IBTV Live presents from Cleveland, Ohio at Freeway Lanes. It's the TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic, presented by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer. Corona Extra. And the TNBAstore.com. Mike Flanagan here with you alongside Matt Turek. At the TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic, it is women and senior qualifying. Live from Cleveland, Ohio. We actually will only have the women, as the pairs that they used has been changed and our cameras were set ahead of time, so we will just be bringing you women's bowling today. I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com. Matt Turek alongside me here in the booth.
How you doing, Mike?
Good, bud. Good. Get our graphic updated here. And we should have numerous guests during this particular block because everyone has been asking, what do I got to do to get in the booth? So we will work on that. Women's qualifying, commentators, myself, Matt Turek, hashtag Inside Bowling. If you want to interact with us through Twitter, you can certainly do so through the hashtag Inside Bowling. Brian, are we good to go with Twitter stuff coming in? We've got the gear clicked and everything, so we're good. Brian Burkhardt also here assisting us in Cleveland this weekend. We saw the Men Bowl this morning, and we do have some updated standings that we will have for you down below. They are updated down below. If you are watching on InsideBowling.com, you should be on a page, InsideBowling.com/videos/IBTV Live. If you are on Livestream.com and just watching the broadcast, you will not have access to these additional features. So we suggest that you be on Inside Bowling's actual website. We actually have the live stream embedded in on the broadcast. So make sure you do that. Go down below the Twitter area once you're on that webpage I mentioned, and you'll be able to see standings after game number 5 from the men that we saw bowl earlier today. And I want to take you through that a little bit and recap the men's block. Had the pleasure of meeting Bobby Hall. It was just a little while ago. Gentleman walks up to the booth and introduces himself to us and starts talking, and he goes, do you have standings? And I said, well, yes, we do. Through 4 we did at the time. He goes, well, I'm Bobby Hall. I said, well, nice to meet you, nice bowling. And Bobby Hall sets the pace, 303 for 5 games, so that's a 260 average. We do not have his individual scores, but in future years, as we continue to come back to this event, we will be able to enhance the knowledge that you guys get at home, as this is our first time at the TNBA, and they're getting used to us and we're getting used to them. But Bobby Hall sets the lead. Eric Kornug, or as Pete Barter was calling him, Corn Dog, Eric Kornug sits second at plus 278. Third is Eric Traylor at plus 238. Fourth is Adam Barta. No surprise there. He loves this bowling center, loves this tournament. He's won the last 2 years. He sits at plus 226. Rounding out the top 5 is John Reed at plus 215. The number to look at, considering there were 218 bowlers, so position 109 would be the cut. They're cutting the half for tomorrow in the men's division. So number 109 right now is Courtney Calhoun at plus 12. So if you were to double that, plus 24 is going to be your cut number, and that's generally how you have to do that. That's how you have to look at that. So they're going to be cashing 25 or 26 players unofficially. Not sure what number they're going to come up with there. 1 in 8 is the cash ratio. So we did our math. Right now, 25th place is Michael Malucci at plus 134. So 268 would be a good number to be after 10 games. That's a 226.8 average, Matt Turek. My math is just that good.
It is. It definitely is.
I am
he
that
did
much,
that all in his head, ladies and gentlemen.
I am that much of a Rain Man.
Rain Man. You kind of look like powder instead.
Definitely, yeah. Slow on the driveway. But anyway, so then we'll have 5 more games tomorrow for the men. They'll come back in the morning, plus 5 more games for these women in the morning, and 4 more games for the seniors. And then we'll cut to the cashers at that point. So just a little bit of an idea of what to keep an eye on here. A lot of familiar names. Ted Pritch shot 290 the last game of the 5-game qualifying block. We saw that. Zeke Bate shot 270 the last game to get to plus 200. Jesse Smith, a familiar name we've seen many, many years in this tournament. He sits at plus 165. He's in 13th. Frank Testa, Brian Wallachek. We saw Wallachek shoot 170 his last game and went backwards a little bit, but still a good block for him. And you can see all these standings on InsideBowling.com on the tab at the bottom of the page on the IBTV Live page. But right now, Matt Turek, we are done talking about the men, and it is time to talk about the fantastic ladies that we have bowling this particular block.
That's right, Mike.
We have lanes 33 and 34. And on lanes 33 and 34, we're watching Portia Henderson, Ashley Cole, Arneta Yarborough, Kimberly Crowell, and Gwen McPherson. Go ahead and take a look at their scoreboard there. For those of you at home that are watching, we suggest that you full screen so you can keep an eye on the scoreboard as well with us. It's a good thing to do. We do want to say to anybody that was watching earlier today when we were experiencing technical difficulties with some frame loss and then our feed going down, we have taken a few steps here. We have lowered our bit rate a little bit, and then we have also talked to the general manager here and have given us some help. They have disabled 2 of the wireless routers in this facility, unhooked their Bowling Music Network computers, so we have more bandwidth. Because when all the bowlers came in for their block later in the day with the bowlers in here already on their cell phones and everything, it really bogged the whole thing down and we went down. So we apologize for that. We did work diligently on the break, and we have some steps in place that the footage will not be lost, knock on wood, no pun intended, but so that we can upload it at least to YouTube later if we do experience any sort of difficulties. So working things out here, 80-lane bowling center, Freeway lanes, Cleveland, Ohio. We're happy to be bringing you the action. I noticed that the chat has gotten quite interesting here. We've got quite a few folks in the chat. Want to send a shout-out to Nick Smith from Brunswick. Brunsnick, check out his videos. Also want to give a shout-out to Brett Cunningham, who assists us many, many times on our broadcast. We want to wish him all the luck at the Masters. It's time for Brett to make a cut, and it's time for him to have some success out.
I got a good feeling about him bowling that tournament.
Yeah, you know, the poor guy, he works so hard at the game, and he shoots 200 every game on a tough condition. So anyway, we wish you luck, Brett. Want to say hello to G Money 123, Timor 1914. And Timor, if you're that good at calling out styles of bowlers, we need you up here in this booth. Just get up here. We'll plop you down right here. And Pete Barta was excellent. We had the last block. He was able to sit in with us. Absolutely fantastic. So 155 viewers is the most we've had today. I guess everybody's starting to wake up. And just want to let you know that we will be around up until probably upwards of midnight tonight. So if you're having a gathering or a party at your house, we highly suggest you hook us up to the flat screen, plug in that HDMI cable, get some alcoholic beverages, and or adult beverages, I should say.
And enjoy bowling.
And enjoy watching a little bowling while you play your favorite board game of choice with your friends or card game.
Or drinking game.
I would play
Over the River.
Pictionary.
Pictionary.
It's hard to find a good Pictionary game these days at Walmart. And then when you do find them, they charge you an arm and a leg. Trust me, I was looking around. So we'll bounce out of here for a minute. Let these ladies keep continuing to bowl, and we'll head over to our other pair, which is lanes 47 and 48. Take you to 47 and 8. Looks like Darlene Williams, Megan Kelly, Elizabeth Sinicki, and Rocio Restrepo. I actually got a friend request this week from Megan Kelly with an H in the middle of her name, not to be confused with the Megan Kelly that is with Shannon Plahowski. But this is a different Megan Kelly, a little different spelling. But Megan Kelly here, blue skirt, left side of your screen, lane 47, underway. And that's Darlene Williams throwing at a 7-pin, lane 48. Elizabeth Sinicki, lane 47. I like her jersey, Matt.
I do too. That's a nice jersey. Who makes that jersey there, Mike?
I don't know.
Tell?
I guess you could leave the booth and go down and ask her.
Yeah, I just sat down though. Maybe we'll catch her on a pair coming up closer. But it is nice. I like the colors and I like the design on there.
Throws the ball
Looks
pretty
like
good.
Roto Grip maybe. There's a star on there. Is that what I'm seeing right? Maybe?
I don't know. You have to. I'll let you
we'll have to
figure that out.
Yeah. So who's coming up here on the left on 47 there, Mike?
That's got to be Rocio Restrepo.
I think you are right if I can read her name. Restrepo.
Looks like the ladies are playing the extreme outside part of the lane for the most part. This oil pattern is a house shot with a lot more oil dumped on top of it. The men were not complaining, but they were offering that it was playing fits on them a little bit. It wasn't all that easy. She throws the ball extremely well.
Look at that. Oh,
Bada
nice
boom.
ball.
Very, very nice shot right there.
She throws it better than I do, Mike.
I like her name, too. I like her name a lot. Rocio Restrepo. Remember that one, the R squared. We're just gonna call it the R squared.
That's fine.
Rocio, the
R
R
squared.
That's right. Got B squared up here in the booth all the way down in the end. He said he wanted to commentate the entire week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I heard that too on the drive down.
The
Mike.
problem was I was supposed to be hooking everything up and getting internet connection.
Well, I mean, we assumed that we were just going to plug it in. It'd take about 45 minutes to get all this set up.
Well, the good news is that Brian stuck to his role and I've stuck to mine, and we're on the air.
And
Otherwise, we wouldn't be.
Nothing all weekend.
Exactly. You never do. All I do is sit around and bark out orders at you and yell at you all the time.
Yeah, but I do it.
But I've been doing
How
that
about these
since,
drinks?
Right. Yeah. Let's give it up for drinks here.
Drinks.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're actually starting to settle in. We're finally awake, everybody.
I'll say.
We're really just happy to be here. We're happy to just be alive. So we'll take you over to yet another camera angle, which is right here by the booth. You can see our bird's eye view here as well. This gives you a good look at lanes 37 through 42. You can see quite a few different styles here.
They're skipping 2 pairs to the right, I believe. Still?
That's what the men did, so we'll assume that's the case. Earlier, Pete Barta told everybody that they weren't going to oil between squads, but they did oil between squads. They're going to oil between every single squad today.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take you at lanes 37 and 38, all the way off to the left of your screen here, your left pair of monitors. You've got Anita Arnett, Quintina Jefferson, Sarah Littoral, Stacy Gonzalez, and Novella Daniels. Right next door, over on 39 and 40, you've got Tasha Smith, Desiree Jones, Michelle Irwin, Antoinette Hogan, and Yvonne Jones. And then over on lanes 41 and 42, we have Latoya Mitchell, Andrea Duff, Darlene Thompson, Carla Pereira, and Portia Duff. So a couple of Duffs on 41 and 42.
Looks like Portia is getting ready to bowl here on lane 41. She started her game with a split, then 8-count spare, and then strike. She's up in the 4th frame right now.
There's a lot of really solid female women players in this field. Had a chance to meet Joey Carrillo, which is Matt O'Grady's girlfriend. Matt O'Grady sending his best to us as he's not here. But Matt, the OG, as he is called, is not here. But we love Matt, and it was nice to meet Joey finally. I've seen pictures on Facebook. Of course, Ashley Cole from St. Louis is here. We would like to see her have some success here, as she's a good friend of ours.
Definitely.
Emily Lewis from Louisville area. She's here with Brett Shepard, and they are here together, and he's rooting her on as she rooted him on, which is great. And Angie Reed is always a force to be reckoned with in these events. Novella Daniels, of course, has had success in recent years. Just going through, looking at some of these pairings here, and forgive me if I skip over anyone, but Kayla Bandy is participating today. Amy Daniels, Kathleen Belvins. As we mentioned, Rocio and Megan. Lindsay Boomershine is here in the building, all the way from Utah. She is here. Trisha Reed, another great women's player, TNBA phenom. Tina Stickney is here with Stu Williams. Stu Williams is here coaching and cheering her on. Tina Stickney is in the field. Brittany Hamilton. Just looking over my list here. Robin Orlikowski is here. Jennifer Higgins. And all the other tremendous ladies that I missed along the way that I look forward to getting to know and calling the action here as we are underway halfway through game number 1, 5-game block for these ladies here. Mike Flanagan, Matt Turek, Brian Burkhardt also joining us in the booth here at the Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament here in Cleveland, Ohio. Wickliffe, actually. Freeway Lanes. Beautiful facility, Matt. Nice bar back there. They got the glass. Several bathrooms, plenty of concourse space, tables everywhere.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely plenty of concourse space, and you cannot have too much in a bowling center.
No, absolutely not. You could actually land a plane in here.
You probably could. You could at least fit a showroom or a car dealership in here, no problem. They could rifle off some sort of giant prize or a car, pull it right in that front door.
Here's a good look at Anita. I like to call her Anita Manns, for those of you at home that have seen Anita compete at Wichita State University and has competed in events over the years. Anita Manns, she is recently married in the last, I want to say year and a half. She has married Omar Arnett, so she is now Miss Anita Arnett. So A squared.
A squared.
A squared.
A squared, B squared. Got a lot of squares up here.
Yes, we do. There are squares everywhere. There's a good look at Anita and Omar Arnett, recently married, hanging out here on our. This is kind of like our. It's kind of like the new newlywed game, actually. That's the couch they're hanging out on over there. But awesome to see husband and wife teams coming out, cheering each other on, rooting each other on, talking about ball reaction. We're going to go grab something to eat at like midnight tonight, the Eaton Park or whatever it is around here.
Yeah.
So
that looks like a stellar place.
But we'll stay here as we keep an eye on Anita Arnett. She's had a great young career in bowling, and hats off to that young lady and all the success that she has had. Coming in here from Brett Cunningham, letting us know that Rossio is Wichita State alum, along with Anita Arnett. I appreciate that, Brett. Tracy Day coming by. Did you want to talk to us? Yeah. Let's. You want to get her set up on the end? We probably need to add another chair or two up here. Yeah, we'll get you all set up.
She can sit in mine. I've been sitting for a little while. I can stand, no problem.
Great. So here we are, game number 1, 7th frame, watching the camera in front of us here. We're watching the jib cam right here, these 3 pairs. And we're joined now by, I like to call her Trey Day. That's kind of the St. Louis nickname, or your nickname, Trey Day. Her name is Tracy Day, but Tracy Day, who's working hard behind the scenes here, getting things done, really assisting with this tournament the last couple of years, making all the in-house mic announcements and that. She joins us now. How you doing, Tracy?
Hello there, Mike. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
I'm doing just great.
We're cruising along with the. We've loaded the ship, and we've made sure all the cargo's on it now, and all the passengers are on. The anchor has been taken out of the sea, and we have just. What is that little tugboat sound when they get ready to leave? Yeah. We have now finally left the coastline as we
Hopefully,
start to get
hopefully
ready.
it's not like that ship that just pulled into port in Alabama. Oh, we don't end up like that.
So we're doing pretty good now. We've disabled some wireless routers here to have a better bandwidth. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, we've had some fun now. So
Everything is really coming together, and one thing I truly appreciate you guys coming out and coming up, first of all, and coming out. I really believe and think that this will help TNBA positive manner, great exposure for the organization. So, and this brings out the best of the best across the country, and hopefully we'll be able to boost this tournament back up to where it once was in the good old days.
right, it's still great though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
217 men,
218 men, 93 women, and 65 seniors.
93 women, 93
Yes,
ladies.
93 ladies.
So 93 women means 93 ladies. You're going to cut
Probably to the top 12. Top
Right.
top 12 or top 14.
But
1 and 8.
But you have semis though. Half will make the cut,
Yes.
and then 1 and 8 will cash, right?
Yes, yes.
So 93, we're looking at you'll take 47 tomorrow.
Yes, about 47 tomorrow.
To 47. All right. Man, I want you to have that
Thank
on
you.
behalf of religious consciousness. That does not work. 93, 47. And then you said you were going to cash how many?
It'll be to the top 12
12 cash.
women.
Okay.
And then the men is 218.
218.
And that will be
109.
109 for that. And then we'll probably cut to the top 28.
6.
20. I think we're going to stretch it to 28. a little
Oh,
bit.
you are? You're going to pay 28.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna
pay
do 28.
28 men. All right, great. That's good information.
Yeah.
So we're going to pay 12 ladies, 28 men.
About 27, 28, somewhere in that number.
Sure. Yeah, well, unofficially.
Yep,
okay.
unofficially.
Sounds
unofficially.
good.
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay. Now, Tracy, you and I are from the same part of the country. We live in St. Louis,
Yes, we do.
but we're here in Cleveland.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And to the folks at home that don't know, Tracy lives, dies, sleeps TNBA. She has been working so hard to try to get the national tournament to come to St. Louis.
Yes, for 2015. Actually, we do have the Southern Regional Tournament locked in for November of 2014. So that one is already set, ready to go. So hopefully those people down in the Southern Regional can come and participate in St. Louis. November, I think the dates would be for the 18th, 19th, and 20th, and 21st of November. So we do have that already set and secured. But right now we are currently working on the Nationals for 2015. We're working hard. St. Louis Senate is working hard, working diligently to try and get this bid secured and everything. And that will also give St. Louis great exposure.
Absolutely. And we want to have great exposure.
Absolutely.
I've been working hard the last couple of years with this Inside Bowling website. And basically, I consider myself like a Velcro, like a piece of Velcro. And I just keep picking up more and more people along the way to help with this thing.
And that's the way it should work. That is the way it should work. That's the way it's supposed to be.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You know, Matt, who's with us this week, this is his third event, and he's been working with us for just a month.
Okay.
And we've got, several people in the farm system that we're trying to utilize because we literally get 3 or 4 inquiries about going and doing a live streamed event every month. And, we'd like to eventually stream 70, 80 events a year if we can get this down and work out some of the bugs that, it's more plug and play. And that's what we want to do because we think this is the future, and we think that this is the best way to go to a company if you're a tournament organizer and say, hey, we need a sponsor, but look what you get.
Right.
It's a good package.
Right. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. If there are any bugs, we haven't seen them.
Well,
we haven't seen them, so but like I said, you guys are doing a fantastic job, absolutely fantastic. And like I said, this will definitely help give TNBA the exposure it needs to broaden out our horizon and grow as an organization as well. So
let me show you a cool little feature that we do. We pop up some Twitter. Anybody that sends a shout out to #InsideBowling. So Tony Fontaine from a town in London says 72 for 5 in Cleveland. Respect my grind. Hashtag Inside Bowling, and we know that's Mr. George Gohagen III.
Oh, GG3.
That's right. So if you want to tweet in, you can tweet into hashtag Inside Bowling, and you also can get your tweet mentioned on the air.
Yeah. And actually, this is, and Mike, I'm not sure if you know, I recently have assumed the position of assistant tournament director to Daryl Houston now.
Uh-oh.
So that's why we are dressed alike.
Breaking news.
That's why we are dressed alike. So I was recently appointed the assistant director.
Assistant tournament director Tracy Day.
Yeah. And you know, it's been interesting. Very, very interesting.
Well, I know you're very detail oriented.
Yes, that I definitely am. You know, I'm very meticulous about, you know, having things and making sure things are done right and making sure that all the bowlers have what they need to make their lives more simple and, you know, not as inconvenience to them. So, because we're here to serve the bowlers.
Tracy Day right here hanging out with me up here in the booth. Mike Flanagan along with Brian down there working hard on trying to present scores for you a little bit more, and Matt, of course, hanging out with us as well. This is your appointed assistant tournament director here in Cleveland. Right here, breaking news, TNBA update, live update here as we just break into the competition like Dan Rather would. That's it right there. Back to action. We'll be back with another news break in 10 minutes.
Well, thanks, Mike. I'm going to go back to work.
Well, thank you, Tracy. You can come by anytime if you have any information at all that you want to send our way. You've been sending Brian the updates on the scores.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
I'll even show you what that does for the people at home.
Okay.
They'll be right here on this screen here. They'll be at Inside Bowling /videos/IBTV Live.
Mm-hmm.
They're chatting over here, which we've got
Yes.
some great comments in there, and I want to get to that because they're just cracking me up. As a matter of fact, love you, Tracy Day, Sandra from Nashville.
Oh, Sandra Sears.
Yep.
I hope that's who that is.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, she usually comes to this tournament.
Yep,
Yeah.
so she's saying love you. But you see down here, we got the standings right here. This
Oh,
is what you sent to
wonderful.
us.
Yes.
So, you know, they can see the scores live right here. So the quicker
Fantastic.
those come to us, the
Okay.
quicker we can get that to them. Then we'll have a new tab that'll open up that'll say women's
And then the seniors.
after each game.
Okay.
Yep, and the seniors after each game. So,
Okay.
yep, so when you
Great.
send that over, we'll keep updating it for everybody at home.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. And I'll make sure, you know, so we can keep a little timely thing going that you get them on time and timely fashion for you because I know how crucial and
Yeah, these
people
100,
at home wanna see.
the 172 people that are watching right now want to know scores.
Yeah.
And they want to snap their fingers and get them as soon as a game has been completed. So the sooner you can get those to it, they will appreciate it.
Not a problem. Definitely. We'll be on top of that.
George Williams says, Trey Day, love you.
Hi, George. Actually, I think George used to stay in St. Louis. He used to live in St. Louis, and he moved to, I think, Virginia or Pittsburgh. No, Ohio. Another part of Ohio. So, which I'm surprised he's not here. But
well,
yeah.
sometimes people got to take a year off or whatever. But, you know, in future years, you know, hopefully we'll get it back, like you said, 300 and something men's entries. And
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. We're pushing for our, I was telling Daryl Spider, you know, I think we need to set a goal for maybe the next 2 to 3 years. We're on the way. We, you know, want to put this back on the map where it used to be, you know, where we had a waiting list. Get your entries in early. You know, it's a fantastic tournament. It brings out the best of the best. You know, absolutely does. And it gets your game up. It gets your game up. So, but.
Okay, Tracy.
Well,
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank
we appreciate
you guys.
it.
Talk
Thank
to
you
you
so
all
much.
later.
That's
Thank you, Tracy.
That's
No
Tracy
problem.
Day. That's the assistant tournament director here. Okay, we get the best guests in bowling, and they just keep trickling in here. I haven't met this young man, but he probably knows me or something here. But we're going to have a great time talking to him, as I love new guests. And we've got Deshaun Lenore joining us here in the booth. Welcome.
Welcome. How you doing
Mike
there?
Flanagan.
How's it going?
You've probably seen me on Facebook or Inside Bowl and stuff or whatever, but pleasure to meet you. How'd you bowl today?
I'm still there trying to make the cut.
Yeah?
I'm doing a little well.
Where are you at?
I'm +4.
You're +4, so you're right on that bubble number.
Oh, yeah.
Bowled earlier today. You need to be – you got to get it going a little bit. Take us through your day. What were your games? Were they all over the board, or were you pretty consistent?
Yeah, they was all over the board, up and down. So the last 3 games, it was very consistent, though.
Right on.
So we'll be all right.
Join right here. Look at this guy. Overpowering, this guy right here. Do you get a lot of revs on the ball?
He's about
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How
Like
many?
to get a shout out to my indie bowlers.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, my indie bowlers, my boy Stoney and Turaka Parker.
What made you decide to come up and want to sit in a booth with us?
Just enjoying the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah?
So,
Well, we're happy to have you here, bud.
all right.
Totally happy to have you here. We love having new guests. So tell us a little bit. You're from the Indianapolis area?
Yes, sir.
And what do you bowl back home? Or tell us a little bit about what you bowl. And
Yeah, I bowl at Hendel Bowling Alley. We about a 218 average, and pretty fun down there to have fun with everybody.
Yeah, do you guys have like a local association, like tournaments and stuff that you go and bowl, or what do you bowl locally there?
We bowl a lot of TNBA stuff.
Okay.
So
Do you bowl the Rodman then?
yeah, we're going to be bowling in March.
Is that the Central Region Rodman?
Central
And where do they normally have that one at?
Canton, Michigan.
Okay, up in Michigan. That's right. Yeah, I remember a bunch of guys bowling that up in Michigan. What are some of the notable names that bowl that event?
Like a big man, Rod Duff,
Okay,
John Bledsoe, Bill Story.
Bill Story. Gotcha.
And, Andy Duff, Michelle Urin.
So the TNBA has 4 different Rodmans, which is the regional large singles tournaments with the men, the women, and the senior divisions. There's the Central, there's the South, there's the West, and I guess the East.
The East, yeah.
No North.
No North.
No North. So maybe the TNBA will want to get something going up in the North. Maybe Minnesota, Idaho, Wisconsin. I know the Central's in Michigan. That's pretty north. But
Yeah.
So what is it that makes you want to come and bowl this tournament? Come all the way. What is this, about a 6-hour drive?
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5-hour drive? What is it about this tournament?
Different, going to a different house. This is not a house shot, so trying to play more. We scratch tournament. I'm a scratch bowler, so trying to beat the best, you got to play with the best.
I love that statement. That's absolutely right. There's a lot of people that aren't cool with that. There's a lot of people that go wherever the free money is, and to see people come out and want to get better, I love that.
Yeah.
We got some stuff. We've got some cameras moved. Looks like he's working on it. Ronnie Sparks is just giving me the look down here. Down here watching some bowling. This Rossio right here, she throws the ball really well.
Real good.
We call her R². She went to Wichita State. She's a Wichita State alum. Really like the way she throws it.
That's a good bowler right there, too. Kimberly Skywalker there, folks.
Right here,
yeah,
front and center
right
on our
front and center.
Skycam. Thank you, Matt, for the help on that camera.
Does that look good now, Mike?
Yeah, you want to do me a favor?
Sure.
You want to grab Ronnie Sparks over there in the purple shirt, put him on the end with the mic and the headset, see if he wants to join us.
Sitting right there?
Yep, purple shirt.
Purple shirt with the tie?
Turquoise.
Or
Just
gotcha.
tell him, say, hey, Flanagan, I'd like to have you come over and talk with us a little bit. We got room. You know Ronnie? Ronnie's a good bowler, too.
Yes. Real good bowler.
He probably participates in that same Central Region.
Yeah.
Rodman,
I see him on all the tournaments.
Yeah, we'll give him some tough criticism of his game because it's so awful up here in the booth. We'll get him. Just have him go over there or whatever. Yeah, he'll be over in a minute. We'll just put him on the end with the mic. So we'll have Ronnie Sparks join us here in just a minute. So Deshaun, what's the plan here? Did you get in last night?
Yeah, we got in last night. got in late, watched the People Bowl, the mixed doubles tournament.
And then obviously you had the bowl at 7:30 this morning.
7:30, early.
And then now you sit around and you watch your friends, the ladies in the seniors bowl. And then you're going to be ready for a nap, but you're going to have to get up and bowl 5 more games.
5 more, about 5 o'clock.
And then will you begin drinking after that? Will you have a few cocktails and watch the ladies and the men bowl tonight?
Oh, yeah, nah. They bowl too late. I might go to sleep then.
Okay. All right. You know what's funny is, like, this tournament, everybody, like, sticks around for the most part and watches the other squads bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen a lot of tournaments where people just jet out and are gone. But here, that's not the case. As it looks like it was 247 for Rossio. So that's a good start for her.
Good start. Good start.
Yeah, there's the scoreboard close up right there. 247, 159, 178, 175. So give you an update here. It looks like nobody's bowling on any of our feature pairs. Everybody's just kind of shuffling around. So we'll bring it back up here to the booth. We're here with Deshaun Lenore from Indianapolis area joining us. Loves this tournament, averages 218 back home, out trying to test his skill against the absolute very best. Getting his picture taken now. He's getting a little showtime here. They love him here. They absolutely love him. So, did you know about our Twitter feed, hashtag Inside Bowling?
I just found out. I got it on right here.
Yeah, you just hashtag it, and then the tweets can be displayed up on the screen. So we'll wait for our next tweet to come in, and we can put it up on the screen. It's pretty cool. And we run a tournament back home in St. Louis at the end of April called the InsideBowling.com Open Tournament. Pays $8,000 for first. It's a $260 entry fee, but you get a free storm ball. You get any ball you want. And if you're sponsored by another company, you know, you still get the ball and you give it to a friend or something. But but it's pretty cool. It's a great tournament.
Real good too.
Yeah, we got flyers all around.
Just to get out.
So if you get a chance to come down, it's about a 4-hour drive, I think, from St. Louis. Indy is maybe 4.5. We'd love to have you there.
Oh, no problem.
So taking a look here, lanes 39 and 40, action underway. Game number 2, Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament. Mike Flanagan here with you. I need to see how Ronnie bowled the first set, as I picked him to win the tournament. We got to talk to him about this. He sits 37th. He's 100 over. Joining us now is Ronnie Sparks. How you doing, Ronnie?
Oh, what's going on, Mike?
I wanted to get you over here because I had Pete Barta up here in the booth, and you had Adam Barta, you know, has won the last 2 years. And we were predicting who was going to win the tournament, and I predicted you're going to win this tournament.
Oh, man.
Don't give me that look. Right now, Ronnie Sparks is in 37th position at plus 100.
There's a lot of pins out there.
You can get there easily.
No, that's what I feel like. There's
Yeah.
a lot of pins to catch up on out there because at 100 over, I had 2 guys. Luckily, I had 2 guys on my pair that was about 200 over. So when you got 2 people on your pair to show you was more out there than.
Who were you crossing with that went 200 over? Do you know their names?
I had Zeke.
Oh, Zeke Bate, yeah.
And Eric Traylor.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a couple of players right there.
Yeah, so I had them 2 on the pair, and they kind of showed me some different tricks that I may have to kind of incorporate in my game for the next set.
Do you know Deshaun here?
No, what's up,
This is Deshaun, Ronnie. He's a fan of yours.
Oh, all right.
He's from Indianapolis, wanted to sit in the booth, loves bowling, and participating out here this weekend.
Okay.
So, Ronnie, take us through your block a little bit. What were your games today?
Started off first game 213. Went from 213 to 211, 211, 220, 220, 240, and then the last pair I came, I shot 207. That was clean, and that's what showed me that I had to make a difference because Zeke and Eric, they both had 250, 270.
Yeah.
And the right lane was 9 drier for me, where they may have had them 2 different. So I'm like, I'm doing something where my ball's reading too sensitive to where it sees every single little change. So I wasn't too stressing over it because it was a clean, and I've been throwing the ball pretty good. So all I can do is learn and get ready for this next set. It's a long tournament, long format.
What type of equipment did you use today? Layouts, bowling balls?
Started with the Aura, just the regular Aura. Pretty much pin under the ring. Gives me about a 5-inch pin from Axis. It was pretty stacked with some surface. Once it's moving out, I tried to chase it in, chased it in, and tried to stay a little left Riveric. Carry wasn't good, so I went in with the Wrecker. That's like a 4.5-inch with a whole box surface. And once I decided to go play the gutter, because I seen Zeke's get a little better, I went out to the gutter with the same Aura I started with.
Okay.
And so it was just really was fishing around. The Aura just kind of let me stay safe, give me some information on what I got to do, but I think I'm going to change it up a little bit.
And Deshaun, what did you use today when you bowled your better games?
The DB8 Revenge and the 2.5 C system.
You know, that tells me right there that there's a lot of bowling ball companies making great equipment. I'm hearing some Roto Grip bowling balls and some Brunswick balls. I know
Absolutely.
Brunswick's been good to you over the years as well.
Brunswick's been really good to me over the years, definitely. A lot of loyalty with those guys. They've been rolling. I like their stuff, though, because they give me that mid-lane read, and then all you got to do is do the hand trick to get whatever back-end motion you want. If you want the hand trick to get it to back in a little, you just get around it, and it's not just going to go sideways and you looking at a 7 count or a 4 count and wondering what the heck you just did.
We're in game number 2, couple frames in, women's division. They're going to bowl 5 games of qualifying right now. The seniors are on the low end of the bowling center. We'll be giving you updated scores, but no bowling out of the seniors with where we're located here with our booth. Joined here by Deshaun Lenore and Ronnie Sparks up here in the booth, along with Matt Turek. Appreciate you guys stopping by and sharing a little bit of time with us. Ronnie, I got to ask you before we let you go. I know you're here watching some of your friends bowl and that. We need to let you get out of here, but let's go back to the winter swing, the PBA Tour, the highest elitist level of our game, where you bowled the PTQ, the Pro Tournament Qualifier. And there was a field, if I remember correct, it's been about a month, but I believe there was about 150-something bowlers in that field.
Yep.
And you were able to get a spot into the big dance, into the actual pro tournaments, the Carmen Salvino, the Mark Roth, and the Earl Anthony, and the Don Carter. And you led that Pro Tour qualifier. Congratulations to you on your success with that.
Thank you.
And then you bowled well enough all week to make the round of 16 for all of the tournaments combined.
Yeah, it was a Cloud 9 week, man.
That's amazing.
Cloud 9 week. I appreciate it, man. I've been putting a lot of work into my game outside of the lanes in the gym, just trying to be patient and try to show an enjoyment for this game that a lot of people forget to show when you get at such a high level. They feel like, it's an obligation to bowl good, but I think it comes from the true obligation is to enjoy your blessing, because, I get to be in this place majority of my time, so it's like I can't be in a bad mood because I get to do what I've been blessed with for majority of my time. So it's that week, man, and learning and bowling against that high competition made it just so much fun that it makes it impossible to have a bad week,
Do you remember what I said to you after you led the PTQ?
Yeah, you told me you thought it was my week, You definitely thought it was my week and my work wasn't done.
Work wasn't done. That's right.
Wasn't done.
Because you see way too many times guys get all excited because they make it in like that, and then, I made it, mom and dad, fans, friends, family members. And I like to see a guy like you who's worked so hard at their game and has done it the right way and has conducted themselves in a professional manner and a human manner. I mean, I've seen you help other people just observing, watching you at tournaments. And you want to root for a guy like yourself to have success. And I had heard from many, many people that everything you were bowling around that time in Detroit, you were either winning or coming close to being able to win within grasp. And coming into that week, that's why you had such a good week. And that's why I picked you to win this tournament here, Ronnie, because I believe that you're still sharp. And coming off of that winter swing, I watched you bowl. And not too many people that are here, I remember bowling very well at the winter swing as well as you, and I want to see you have that momentum carry over into this tournament.
Right,
So
I appreciate it. And
you're my pick. Don't you let me down.
I got it. I'm definitely about to at least give the efforts for it, that's for sure.
Ronnie, we're gonna let you go, bud.
Right,
you're
thanks.
welcome to come by anytime you want and hang out with us.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks, bud.
All
Ronnie
right.
Sparks. That's Ronnie Sparks joining us. Always a pleasure to get some insight from some of the elite players here in this field. And Ronnie is certainly one of those, and I wanted to grab him while he was in the area, put him on the spot, let him do a little bit of talking about what he saw today. He sits at 100 over in 34th place, and we look to see him come back this evening. And I'm rooting for him because I do really admire what that young man has been able to do with a bowling ball, and both personally and on the lanes. You getting out of here, Deshaun? Well, we want to say goodbye to Deshaun as well. He's going to go out and watch some folks bowl. I really appreciate you coming by over here and wanting to sit in on this broadcast. You're welcome anytime. You take care of yourself. It was great meeting you. So there we go. We're just making it happen here. Okay. All right, I've got some updates here coming in. We got all kinds of stuff happening here up in the booth. People are handing me things left and right. There's a lot of TNBA history going on and events. We'll get some of the TNBA history. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I'll get that up on the screen, and we'll do that, Matt, so we can work on that.
Sounds good, Mike. Yeah, he stopped me while I was trying to find some guests here and wanted to pass the information along that he went ahead and emailed that flyer to you. That way you had it in a digital copy, and we do have it in a print and physical copy here. And just kind of go over, just some of the upcoming events, a little bit of the history, and all about the TNBA.
What's up, man? Robert Hammond's hanging out nearby as well. Oh, he sits 44th at plus 82. That's not bad. Plus 44. I mean, you're plus 82. We're going to have Robert Hammond join us. Get Robert in here, talk to us. We should probably get another chair, too,
Yeah,
Matt.
let me see if I can find another chair here
That'd
while
be
Robert
perfect.
gets settled
Yep,
in.
I can move over. Be perfect. We're going to have Robert Hammond sit in the booth.
Oh, plus 12.
We got Aaron Jones up here talking about his predicted cut score. So we've been watching Ashley Cole bowl here, purple shirt. We've had some folks in the chat talking about her. Brett Cunningham, some of the other folks admire Ashley's game. And joining us now is Ashley's boyfriend, her partner, who's also bowling here. And they bowl a lot of stuff together and take a lot of trips to bowl tournaments. Robert Hammond joins us now in the booth. Hi, Robert.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Good, man. Obviously, we bowl league together. We come from back home, St. Louis area, so it's nice to have a familiar face up here. In case we mess up or do anything, hopefully you got my back. I got yours. Not that that means anything, but
Right.
but tell us a little bit about your block today. You bowled pretty well. I know that you're not totally satisfied, sitting 44th at plus 82. But talk a little bit about the conditions today and what you saw out there.
Well, I mean, the conditions were fine for me. I just poor execution. Yesterday they were a lot tighter yesterday.
Okay.
And, I walked in thinking they would be like that and, got off to a bad start. But the conditions are fine. Just got to execute shots, stay away from the gutter. There's nothing really out there. So.
Not a lot of luck out on the lanes for being able to cover too many boards today. You got to keep your angles pretty tight, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most of the day I had a pretty good look. As long as I kept the ball between maybe 8 to 12, I had a pretty good look. Yeah.
Was your block up and down or pretty consistent?
No, my block was pretty much up and down. I had 3 2-0 games, 250 and a 230.
Okay.
So the 2-0 games with a bunch of spares, just not a lot of doubles. And I got down to the low end, and they were, hooking a lot more than the mid part of the house, and just a lot of bad shots.
We've got a tweet coming in here from Got Game 86 from Texas by the way of Ohio. TNBA is an awesome organization. Southern region is the best. Hashtag Inside Bowling. Southern region, you participate in the Southern region, don't you, Robert, in the Rodman?
Oh, yeah. I go to Memphis. This upcoming March would be my 3rd year going. It's a pretty good tournament. Quality bowlers, a lot of bowlers that are here will be there in March. So,
you've obviously you're here watching Ashley. You and her bowl a lot of events together where there's a men's and women's division. The Rodman is one. This is one. You guys bowl some doubles tournaments together. She's out competing on the lanes. What did she do the first game?
She had 179, 1 hole, no doubles, a lot of spares. Just pretty much grinding right now. So I went to the paddock, get her another ball. Maybe she can get a different look now.
What did we go to?
I went to a pin down ransom with 2,000 on it. So like everything she was throwing was pretty much just skidding through the mid lane and just nothing. So try to get her a little bit earlier roll.
Yeah, that pin down should help a little bit with that.
Oh, yeah.
Get that ball to read up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You're watching continuing coverage here of the TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic. In the booth right now is Robert Hammond from St. Louis, Missouri. Also commentating Mike Flanagan, myself, Matt Turek, and Brian Burkhart is feverishly working on programming over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out how to launch a rocket ship up into space to deter any sort of asteroid from hitting planet Earth. As the other day,
I think he was successful though, because it did miss us.
It did miss us.
Yeah.
It was the closest ever, but
he can't even hear us.
No,
right now.
I know that's so great. Poor Brian. He hasn't been getting any sleep for like 8 months in a row. He's got these kids now. But yeah, so we are here. It's freeway lanes, 80 lanes. They've got it split into like 2 sections here, though, so when you cross lanes, you don't have to go from lane 80 to lane 1, which is kind of nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially with all the people here.
It's a lot of traffic, a lot of balls to trip over.
Looks like we have a question in the chat here. How much is first place paying? Mike, do you have that information over there?
All right, let's see what we got here. We've got, I can tell you that based on, just give me like 40 seconds.
We'll go ahead and get that for you there, Joe Bowler.
I won't have a prize fund for this event exactly, but I can tell you the based on.
And it looks like we're cutting off part of the tweets when they come up, according to Mr. Brett Cunningham on the chat there.
Yeah, we know, Brett. We're working on that.
Thanks for pointing that out to us, Brett.
Watching Skycam. Here's Ashley here. You want to break down her game for us a little bit, Robert, since you get to watch it all the time?
Break down our game?
Yeah, there you go, right here. Don't get yourself in trouble here, though.
No, I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, she just right now she just caught in between, trying to get her.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was a great
was
shot.
A great shot.
That was
there.
around the 11th board. Kept it
Yeah.
real tight. That was a good shot right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to keep her out inside of 8 most of the weekend, so.
Yeah, now does there seem to be any type of out of bounds out there if you leak it right, or is it free hook outside of?
It's not free hook, but I mean it's playable if you can execute. I didn't have a very good look out there. Maybe it was my surfaces or just my hand position, but I didn't have a very good look out there. So I just tried to move everything in.
Yeah, I noticed throughout the day, like once we got closer to game number 5, it looks like the mid part of the lane kind of broke down. People were starting to move left and carry.
Oh yeah.
And then a couple times you noticed that maybe they wouldn't hit the ball all the way, and they would just kind of hit a hang spot. coming a little flat, leave a bucket,
Yeah.
something like that. It's pretty good that she can stay in there, stay consistent. Hopefully she can stay right there and get a good string going here to finish this game off.
Oh yeah, if she can catch a double here, that would be great. Just build a little confidence.
Oh yeah. I have a question in the chat there, Mike. Spider's still running this tournament. That's a true statement, isn't it?
Spider is still in charge of the tournament. He's got an assistant tournament director now, and Miss Tracy Day, which we just announced just a little bit ago on our broadcast here. So here we go. Based on 252 men in this tournament, if it were to be full, there are about 46 bowlers short. It would pay $6,000 for first place. In the women's division, if there were 144, it would pay $3,500. We have 93 ladies here bowling. So I got to imagine around $2,500, $2,000, something like that. We don't make the prize fund, so don't hold us to that. But that would be pretty much the plan as I see it. So that gives you a little update on that.
Comes a tweet coming in, Mike.
Yep, give me just a second on that. All right, TT Pharmacist from Indianapolis says, watching my indie folks do work. Shout out to Deshaun for reppin'. Hashtag Inside Bowling. Thank you for that.
Looks like Ashley got that double there, Robert.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully that'll build some momentum here in the 8th and 9th.
Oh yeah, she was hitting the left lane pretty good, so
Yeah.
hopefully making that shot in the 7th.
Got that right lane figured out.
Yeah, let's hope so.
No, Brian. No. You mean something went your way? He's actually grinning. He's grinning for the first time.
He can't be happy.
Brian's got some technology he's working on. We'll be debuting here for the weekend. We've debuted it before, but we'll have it here in just a little bit.
All right, Mike, it looks like we got updated standings for the ladies.
All right, let's take a look at this right here. We'll go over the ladies' standings with you. Well, we saw her on our live pair right off the beginning, and that was Miss Rocio Restrepo. She shot 247, and she's your tournament leader, folks. Michelle Irwin sits second at plus 245. Sarah Littoral also shot 245. Kathleen Belvins, I think it's Blevins, but I'll go with how it's put on the sheet here. Belvins plus 230, or shot 237. Michelle Bowden Calhoun 236. That's your top 5. Currently, right now, with 93 ladies, there are exactly 36 of them clean. 36 clean. We will cut down to 47, which is half. Right now, 47th place through one game is Angela Wilt, shot 188. 12 will cash. If we were to end the tournament right now, do a power outage or something like that, Yvette Ford would be your last cash spot at 218. Obviously, that is not going to happen, and that's where we're at. Kayla Bandy sits 16th. Other notable names, looks like, wow, going down, just looking. Robin Orlikowski, 32nd. Right. Ashley's got it going on. That's 3 in a row.
Just building that momentum.
She's got a chance. If she goes off the sheet, she can get the ham turkey dinner. That's 7 in a row, Robert.
Yeah, we coined that phrase last week, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was actually taken from my buddy Jeff Goodyer, who I worked with out on the PBA Tour with Extra Frame. But we love the ham turkey dinner, and that's why we do that. So
sweet
ham turkey dinner.
So we got a little Ashley Cole fans there in the chat.
Ashley crossing today with Portia Henderson, Arnita Yarborough, Kimberly Crowell, and Gwen McPherson. Also just off to the left on our Sky Cam on lanes 37 and 38, we've got the pair of Sarah Germano, Kim Mann. Kim Mann involved with Hammer Equipment. Hammer, one of the great sponsors of this event. You see her on the bowling ball testing videos, Kimberly Mann. Awesome to have her in this field, and from what I understand, she is an absolute great person. Very great things said about Miss Mann to me from our mutual friends. Also on that pair, Joey Carrillo, Matt O'Grady's girlfriend, as we talked about, Renee Posen, and Terry Bollinger. Over on lanes 41 and 42 on Skycam, we also have Adana Hayward, Emily Lewis, Angie Reed, Jody Sobilkis, and Kyra Brown. But now we're over on lanes 47 and 48, just down to the right side of our bay. Take a look and see how these ladies are bowling. Looking for a turkey there. It's going to be a 10-pin. Oh. Got some strikes going on this pair.
Looks like we got some updated standings on the senior side.
All right, let's take a look at those. We've got men's side. It looks like we've got 65 seniors competing in the tournament right now. And Casey King sits up top at plus 244. Second is Tom Panabianco at plus 239. Ted Hannes. Ted Hannes is a senior? Are you kidding me? Holy cow. I just saw that name. It's like a throwback here. Unbelievable. I guess that would make him a senior. Ashley comes in light there for the 248 as we'll go back over to our Skycam as Robert's watching Ashley bowl, obviously. But Ted Hannes, man, unbelievable. David Nark, Norm Cave, Richard Canadet, Flank Forjanic, Forjanesis. That's got to be close. Joe Johnson, Donald Robinson, John Davis Jr. out of the top 10. And we'll keep an eye on the senior division. Ed Roberts sits 19th. Just bowled a 193 game. That's a notable name. And we'll keep an eye on the senior division for you, as tomorrow we will bring you senior coverage. We will have senior coverage tomorrow for you. So we got seniors going on right now. We got ladies going on right now. And we should be working on the tabs down below for you. Should be coming to you very shortly.
Looks like Ashley Cole there on 39 and 40 went, I guess came in a little light maybe. I think it was the, what was that, the 248 she left?
Yeah, the 248.
She did convert it though.
Yeah, it's like 40s playing like it did when I hit it earlier. It's a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like everybody's coming up light.
Yeah, that's right. We got a GG3 sighting right here in front of the booth, as you can see off to the right there. Kind of right about there. It's always a good time to see him anywhere near the booth. Hopefully we'll get him in the booth, talk to him a little bit later here. So this is game number 2, right, Robert?
Yes.
Finishing up game number 2. They bowl 4-game block?
5-game.
5-game block. Seniors are bowling the 4-game block. Apologize for that there. So it's game 2 of 5. bowlers will be moving 2 pairs to the right after each game, with the exception of when they hit the split, then they'll head on down to the appropriate end.
Right.
Depending on which side that they're on. That way they don't have to walk a quarter mile to get there. G squared to the power of 4. G cubed. I like G cubed pretty good. We got a lot of math going on here. We got B squared, G cubed. All kinds of nicknames for these guys up here. Having a great time here at the TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Classic here. You're watching the women's round. Let's find out who's up on top in the men's division here. Yeah, Bobby Hall is leading the men's division at plus where to go? Plus 303 after 5. So there you go for that. That's a good question there, Timor. I don't know how many shots he's taken in between clocks. He's feeling a little good. He might have had a few.
Who was that?
Talk about G cubed right here in front of the
G what?
G cubed. GG3.
G cubed. Yeah, he's actually going to sit in the booth with us when we let Robert go here when Ashley moves on off of this pair. Ashley got that one a little wide. Is it going to recover? So she can still shoot 2-0, though. It just goes to show that if you do leak it a little right, it just hangs out there, as there is some oil. Yeah, GG3 coming up next in the booth. He's going to join us. Wants to talk a little bit about respecting his grind today. Looks like we've got another Twitter shout-out, TT Pharmacist again. Shout-out to Kimberly Crowell, Ashley Cole, and Gwen McPherson. Wish I was there grinding with you.
Well, here you go. Ashley Cole's up, trying to convert her spare. Keep that 2-0 game alive.
Great spare.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to chop that.
Yeah. That was the only spare I missed today.
Oh, really?
I missed them both twice.
I bet that's frustrating.
Yes, it was.
Bobby Hall fans in the chat. He is leading the tournament.
And Wilshire Carroll is a light 7 there for 203. That's a solid game.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
A little bit of an improvement.
Anything plus is great.
Oh, yeah, definitely, especially on this challenging condition.
All right, Robert, we're going to let GG3 get in here. We're going to let you continue to follow Ashley around and help her with her game. We want both of you to obviously make the cut and cash in the tournament. We'd love to be sitting here at 6 o'clock tomorrow night watching you guys bowl in a step ladder. Obviously, hometown heroes, we cheer for you guys. You guys support everything we do, both locally and, throughout the country. And awesome to catch up with you for a little bit.
Okay, appreciate it, Mike.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
All the luck the next block. We're looking forward to huge scores. Thank you very much. That's Robert Hammond from St. Louis, our good friend Robert Hammond, and bowls a lot of our events. I actually bowled him one time, 2-fingered with a 12-pound house ball, high stakes, and he took me for like 2 1/4.
Oh man,
if I remember correctly.
That sounds rough.
Got another shout out from the pharmacist in Indianapolis. Shout out Portia Duff and Andrea Duff. I see you putting in work. So live fan feedback via Twitter up on your screen there for you.
Got a nice game shaping up here on lane number 39. She got 217 there in the 9th with a double in the 10th, going for that 247 game. That'd be a great improvement.
Yeah, and on the first game, leading the tournament was 247, Rossio Restrepo. So 247, a good score here, as this is Miss Arnita Yarborough, and she shot 234 the first game. So I would predict she's probably going to be the leader. So you're watching your leader right here on our feature pair. You've been watching her the whole time. Paired up with Ashley Cole as Ashley's doing a dance for us right now. So we'll watch this last ball. We'll introduce our next guest. Okay, with no further ado, while we're waiting for the ladies to get into game number 3, joined here in the booth by George Cohagen III. What's up, man?
What's happening, everybody?
Not much. We're just sitting here. We're not even halfway through coverage for the day yet. Get up early, come out here.
It's going to be a long day.
You know, the respect your grind motto that you go by, we do a lot of grinding up here in the booth.
I see it. I saw you guys set up for the first time. It looked like a rough deal.
It is sometimes, yeah. It is. The more features and the more complexities that we add, the harder it is.
Right.
But we love doing it.
I like it. This is a good look for you guys. I like it.
Yeah, we're to the point now, though, where we won't touch anything less than a 2-day event.
Sure.
Because it just takes us a day to dial it in.
Right.
You know. We got more shout-outs happening here via Twitter. We got this new Twitter thing right here. Check this out. Comes up on the screen.
Really?
And it's TT Pharmacist again saying, tell GG3 I said what's up.
What's happening? What's happening?
That's right. GG3, I like your new jersey you're sporting today.
Man, I signed the Storm about a month ago.
Yeah, I saw you
Shout
sign
out
that
to Hank
deal.
Boomershine, Chris Slimmer, Storm Nation, king of them all.
They're working hard.
Yeah, they are. They are. Best bowling balls I've ever thrown in life.
Yeah, obviously you have a ton of fans here. We've got Nick Smith, Brunswick, Brunsnick checking
My
in.
man, tell him I said what's happening.
Oh, well, you just told him. You just told him.
Yeah, there definitely are a lot of GG3 fans in the chat. They've been calling for you all day long.
Well, I sure appreciate them. I'm going to bowl better next set, y'all. I promise. It was a struggle the first set, but I'm going to make them respect my grind next set. Promise that.
What's your number right now?
53 over, man. I didn't bowl no. I bowled 180, 180 the last two, so it wasn't very good.
Yeah. 53 puts you 69th.
Yeah. That's a good number, but not in bowling.
That's a magic number. Glad you took it there. That way I don't get in trouble for it. If the TNBA is listening, which I know everybody is.
Yeah, you know.
George said it,
well,
not
you know,
me.
They know how I am. They know how I am.
Is there a TNBA Hall of Fame?
I think there is.
Shame on me for not knowing.
There is.
Well, I would consider you a future TNBA Hall of Famer.
I appreciate it.
And if there is a TNBA Hall of Fame, I'm going to send a suggestion into the suggestion box right now. I think we should introduce the Hall of Famers out on the approach before each round.
That should happen.
So I don't know if there is one or not, but
not right now. Adam Barter's done bowling. As I owe him $4, we had a $1 bet a game.
Oh yeah, that's not good. We've got.
I wish he was here. We could do a hand hug.
We could. Yeah, we'll get that in.
We've had one.
We have to do one
already.
Keep grinding, they're telling you. We do need to do one. We can just do it right now. Do you know all the history with this hand hug? by the way?
I've seen it on Facebook, but nobody, you know.
Well, all it was I was at League one night, and Adam sent me this text message. Mike Flanagan, I got the greatest new thing that's going to spread in bowling. Do you want to see it? Now, what would you say to a text message like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
of course.
You know what? But coming from Adam Barter, you never know.
You got to be careful.
You never know.
So I was like, sure, not a problem. And he sent me this video of himself. It's like a really big close-up on his face. You know, you can see his nostrils and everything. He's like, Mike Flanagan, I'm going to show you a hand hug. And then he does the hand hug, you know.
So it's just like a.
Yeah, we're going to do
it.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Do it.
You can't do it with yourself. So anyway, you got to have a partner.
Sure.
So anyway, then I was at league, and Pete Weber bowls in my league, and he's on my team.
Shake that off.
And, right, yeah. And then there's another guy named Bobby Bonds who's a good friend of mine. He's a fun guy, and he happens to be an African-American gentleman, you know. So I was like, I'm going to have fun with this. And I'm like, Adam Barta, Mike Flanagan here. I'm going to do the first interracial hand hug.
Nice.
And we did the interracial one, and then I did one with Pete Weber with a FootJoy glove on.
I saw that one.
Yeah, and I sent that out. I sent that to Adam. I sent it to him in a just a not on Facebook. I didn't want it to get all crazy. I just sent it to him. Well, he posted both of them. Then it was off to the races. He's got leagues doing it, and
he had the whole league do it.
Yeah, the whole league.
He's Adam Barta, though.
All these people are saying, that's for you, Mike Flanagan. I never met these people before. It was the coolest thing ever. Then I got like Deandra and Jason Belmonte to do one for him, and I got Randy Peterson and Lon McCarron to do one. So here we are right now because we need to get back to action. George Gohagan the third.
So what
Mike
I do with this hand
here?
Yep,
and then you just close
there
it.
There it is, man.
And then you just show everybody.
The Respect My Grind hand hug.
Yep, that's it right there.
This is the first official Respect My Grind hand hug.
That's right. You can do it, too. It's very easy. Grab a loved one, grab a friend, meet somebody for the first time, and just do it on a street corner. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of support there on the street. Walking up to random people. Yeah. Hand hug.
We got a good shout out here, too, to David Slavin. We streamed his event in Muncie, Indiana. It was the Muncie Collegiate Tournament. David Slavin says, Mike, great looking event and live feed. Keep doing work. Portia Duff. Tweet Inside Bowling. Thank you, David Slavin, for checking in.
Shout out to Indianapolis. Shout out to Muncie.
Good people. We meet some good people out on the road. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
So, George, you did just sign the deal with Storm.
I did.
And talk a little bit about your arsenal and how that's kind of fitting into your game right now.
I'm throwing a lot of Defiant Souls is really one of my best balls. Sync, what came out on the February 5th. Rain of Power comes out in the 26th of this month. I really like that. And of course, the Old Faithful, the High Road. You know, I can't put that down ever.
That's a good piece.
I just think we have the best balls in the market. I've thrown pretty much every company, but this company just seems to match up the best for me. Always has. And every time I go away from it, I always come back. So it's good to be home. Hank Boomershine takes great care of me. The Storm team takes great care of me. It's a good deal.
Got another little update here letting us know via Twitter that Got Game tells us that TNBA does have a Hall of Fame in each region. Love you, GG3.
Love you back.
So there is a Hall of Fame.
There is a Hall of Fame.
I want to nominate you.
I appreciate it.
I don't know what region we got to go through, but I'm nominating you right now.
Central Region is where I'm at.
All right. Well, there we go. Central Region, George Gohagan III. I have nominated him. Get your votes in. I'd like to see you be the king one year, too.
That would be sweet. I think I'd look good with a crown on.
That would be so funny.
Just strutting through the bowling alley.
I would want you to have a theme song.
Well, we have to think about that
Could you imagine a bunch of people carrying you in? Like, you know, have those sticks, and you have like 6 people on each side, and you're
like
on a platform.
Like bed thing,
yeah, and you're sitting up in a chair, like a throne, with your king and your scepter.
Just sitting there.
And your bowling balls are like up on there with you. So you got to have some big guys.
That might work. Let me see what Sparrow's doing.
And then they would just drop you off right at your lane.
That would be awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe they could
gracious.
carry him from pair to pair in between games even.
That would be sweet.
Maybe what would your theme song be, George? It wouldn't be George of the Jungle, Watch Out for That Tree, would it?
No. Maybe We Are the Champions.
Okay, because if they did hit
if
they hit a tree, that would hurt possibly.
Well, that means that messenger missed the tree. I'll probably leave that 7-pin.
That's right.
I don't want that.
No, yeah, We Are the Champions wouldn't be bad. Would you sing it like up on the float like Ferris Bueller does?
I would have to. That's the greatest movie ever.
It is a good one.
Got some more shout outs in the chat there for you, George.
Right on.
Terry Moore.
My man, what's happening? What's up, big dog?
This just announced George Gohagan has just bought InsideBowling.com. So the stock has quadrupled in value with the amount of followers we get when George is in
I'm going to send a tweet right now just to say check me out on Inside Bowling.
Yeah, you should do that. And then just watch the numbers just go through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
We'll shut the whole thing down.
Yeah, we'll lose internet. Power will go down.
Is it true? Is the rumor true that I read in the bathroom wall that you were going to be running for president when you're eligible?
That is true. That is true.
Your next president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, George Gohagan III.
Please respect my grind. Respect my presidency.
What would be the first thing you would do if you became the president of the United States? What would be the first move?
Free bowling for everybody.
There
Free
you go.
bowling for everyone.
I like the sound of that.
But would you give money to the bowling centers to keep them alive?
Absolutely.
Free bowling for everybody, but bowling centers, you're going to prosper because George is going to filter money into your centers.
Professional bowling, you should be able to make $1 million, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would be a good life.
That would be. Now, I remember you were talking about getting a PBA card and going out and giving that a shot. Is that in the future for you? Is that in the cards?
It is. I'm not going to do it until the World Series in November.
And when that happens, will you be eligible to bowl these events anymore?
I will not.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
But I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on the PBA. I mean, you never know.
And you can go there and come back to this. Billy Oatman's
2
bowling.
years. 2 years.
Yeah,
You
sure.
gotta sit out for 2 years.
Yeah, Billy Oatman's here. Brian Walczak's here.
But if you make if you win a title, then you're out for 10 years.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
So if I make it, I plan on winning a title. So
Yeah.
I want to go all out.
Speaking of titles, you almost won the closest event to my heart, which is the Inside Bowling Open tournament. And
What a great tournament. I cannot wait.
You finished second, and we're having it again this year, the third year. First year it paid $3,000. The second year it paid $5,000. This year it's going to pay $8,000. If we continue at this pace, it'll pay $100,000 in about 15 years. But we're looking forward to having you at that one, and that's at the end of April in St. Louis. $8,000 guaranteed for first. Storm Bowling Products is sponsoring it. It's a $260 entry fee, but everybody that enters that tournament is going to get any Storm ball they want. So that's included with the entry fee, and 1 in 5 cash ratio in that one, and $8,000 added. So we hope to see you there.
At a new bowling alley, right? Tropicana?
Tropicana, yeah. Split center, HPL surface. Friday night doubles tournament on the pattern. If you want to purchase or if you want to get involved
Me and
in
Anthony Pepe are bowling that.
there you go.
That's not a bad partner.
And then no, not at all. And then if we do get a field of 200 plus entries, and only 16 make it to Sunday, we have a second chance tournament that's going to be happening on the other side of the bowling center.
Oh, that's good.
For anybody that doesn't make the cut.
Right on.
Which is nice, because if you make the trip, you want to bowl both days. And then at 6:30, we're going to have the most proudest special moment of our life, which is we are going to do our best impersonation of an ABC telecast from Saturdays.
Nice.
Randy Peterson is being brought in by Storm. He is going to be the color commentator. I will be there as well. We will have several cameras set up. It'll be the first time that we actually use man cameras as well, not stationary cameras, but man cameras. We'll have bleachers, and hopefully I'll have close to 500 or 600 people in there cheering for every single shot.
That would be awesome.
We'll actually have commercials, and we'll break in during the commercial breaks with live commercials talking about the players' bowling equipment that they're using on the telecast. And Carolyn Doran-Ballard's going to be in town as well.
Right
we may
on.
use her as one of those interviewers, and it's going to be a very special day. And if we can pull this off the way, even 80% of what we want to do, it's going to be one of the most memorable online broadcasts in the history of bowling. So we have really high hopes for that. So hopefully, even if you don't bowl the tournament, we want you to tune in and watch this on April 28th, 6:30 p.m. The same place
Absolutely.
you are right now
That would be sweet.
is where you're going to see this.
You got a bunch of people in that chat there, huh?
Oh, there's a bunch of them, yep. Everybody wants your autograph. Where can they write in to get a George Gohagan III autograph?
Inbox me on Facebook.
And then you'll send one out. Do you have your you have your glossies
I don't.
with you?
I don't.
You need that.
I should. I didn't think I was that big yet, but
Do you know that in Detroit
I do appreciate everybody's support, though. Thank you.
at the Winter Swing, I actually signed autographs.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's because you're awesome.
Well,
I think you are.
I had a Gemini jersey shirt on, and I told everybody that asked me for my autograph, the very first person was standing there waiting for me. And I didn't
Nice.
know they were waiting for an autograph. I thought
Right.
that they were just like, wanting to talk to the guy I was talking to. You know what I mean? Not me. And it was a grown man, and he handed me a pen and a Sharpie, and I was just like, hey, I'm not bowling the tournament. I'm just broadcasting. He goes, oh, I know. You're Mike Flanagan with Extra Frame. Will you please sign my pen?
Nice.
And I was like, oh, my goodness gracious.
How'd that make you feel?
Amazing. Amazing. It was so cool. It was so cool. And I want to tell you something about that PBA tour and those guys. Letting me go out there and be part of that thing is just an absolute dream for me. And then to be accepted, socially accepted by these players out there. I mean, the big guys. I mean, we're talking Mika Koivuniemi. We're talking Chris Barnes, Jason Belmonte. Of course, Pete. I know Pete, but that's cheating. But all the other people, I mean, they're just so nice to me.
Right.
And they don't have to be.
Well, that's a
And
good reason.
It's awesome.
You're a great guy.
Oh, hey, I try, man. I try. I care about this game a lot. And I think
can tell.
I think people
You're good for bowling.
see that.
You're good for bowling.
So we are underway at game number 2, about halfway through here. We're going to switch over to our Sky Cam because
TNBA bowlers
we've
from
got
the
some
men's
special
squad
people
this
here
morning.
bowling in front of us. Miss Jennifer
You may
Higgins on
proceed
lane
to the
40.
counter to
That's a
get
future
your
TNBA
brackets.
Hall of Famer.
She's
You may
good.
proceed to the counter to get paid for your brackets. We do
Does
apologize
she
for
have
the
them all there,
inconvenience.
Mike? Do you know? Is that she got the first one there?
Looks like it. Maybe not.
I can't
That's
see
hard
that
to see.
far. Yeah.
You always ask the questions I don't know the answer to.
Hi. Well, if I knew the answer, I wouldn't be asking. That's
I just
all.
want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Courtney Crape.
Okay, we've got action in the booth.
My cousin Courtney Crape, CC. Follow him, no chains on Twitter.
What is it?
Nothing,
No
man.
chains?
Yeah, no _chains with a Z.
Okay.
Parental advisory.
Parental advisory. Okay. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's,
it's still
Pretty
early.
ugly.
Means he has a bad mouth on Twitter.
I
That's
know
what
that
it
I have a
is.
couple of CDs that say that on the front, and my mom doesn't let me listen to them. I know that for a fact.
You guys having fun?
Oh, when you look up fun in the dictionary, it's this.
I'm looking at it.
We're living the
Screens
dream.
everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dials and pads.
But we don't have one yet with the NCAA basketball games yet on today. We'll
That
have
would be
those
sweet.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent a tweet. Did
Here,
you
you
get
want
that?
to?
It said,
Why
"What
don't
up,
you
Court?"
just take over the broadcast? I'm gonna do some work. So just
I'm on TV talking like it's just you and
Matt,
me.
Matt, keep these guys in line. I'm gonna get out of
Yeah.
here. I'm gonna let you run the show. Why don't Matt? Why don't you slip down here?
75 more people
We'll
on
put him
there
over
right
there. You guys I'm gonna get kicked out of the booth. You guys take this thing over. Get your special guest in here, and Brian, yeah, we're just gonna shuffle the deck.
Am I scooting over? Is that what's going on here?
No, you're good.
I'm
You're
good.
staying in the same spot.
Because it's my phone.
We're not.
I help push the table.
All right, so we're actually gonna put you over there. Matt's gonna go right here.
Me? Oh, okay. It's an RMG takeover.
RMG takeover.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Respect my
Inside
grind
bowling.
takeover.
Hashtag have you
What up,
tweeted
Pre? Cali, right there. Matt Weatherly, my man. I see you.
Yeah, Matt Weatherly. That's kind of a name I hadn't heard
Matt
a lot of recently.
Saginaw, Chicago bound. That's my man. He strikes a bunch. Got to 120, had that 270 game.
Yeah.
No stranger to a 10-bagger. Huh? You know. I try to make this look good. Yeah, we in there.
You see, we got a lot of fans. Get them on inside bowling.
I can't hear you. I don't think yours work.
They might have cut me off. They might have cut me off.
There you
Testing
are.
1 2.
You're in there.
Testing 1 2.
You in
Inside bowling.
You are here, sir.
2013. Reed-Hawthorne.
Oh, there we go.
Here we are. RMG takeover. Look us up. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Can you do me a favor and write your name legibly on here?
I don't know how to do that actually legibly, but I can.
I want to type you in here. I want to get you typed in as a special guest.
You know it.
And I don't like misspelling. I hate it when my name's misspelled.
I don't
Hate
have a
it.
U in my name, so
All right. I'm gonna get this.
it's gonna be a
everybody
good
at home, bear
time. No
with me.
JJ.
Bear with me. Here, there is. See, I would have put the U in there.
Yeah, let's get that out of there. Got the ladies out bowling. Jen Higgins, always a pleasure to watch.
Doing what she doing, striking.
Of course.
Left a shaker 7, but she gonna run it down with that spur ball.
Yeah, take the brick out there, run her down.
Special guests George Gohagen III and Courtney Crape here in the booth.
Team RMG.
Hashtag inside bowling if you didn't know.
Yep, that's right.
Shout us out on Twitter.
They are the new promoters
How
of
could we
Inside
not?
Bowling.
Please shout us out on Twitter.
Chris
Hashtag
Hester.
Inside Bowling.
Chris Hester, too many lefties in the booth.
Tell him we need one more. Why aren't you here?
We miss you.
We miss you, Chris Hester. Hope you're feeling good, brother.
You know what?
So what we got going on here, man? We got a few strikes.
You know what? The ladies' patterns looks a little shorter. Keeping it in play. They keep it in play like
They're a little straighter than us.
they do. They tend to not want to be heroes and banana ball it, which is always a good thing. Gonna keep the pattern fair for everybody. Not,
How you doing, guys? There.
Awesome.
Pretty
What's
good.
going on,
Pretty
brother,
good.
man?
Not too much.
Doing
here.
a little commentating. We ain't
That's
doing much.
good. That's good.
Helping you
Give
out.
me a little break there.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
eat a
man.
salad, drink a brew.
Got a little tweet going on there.
Let's get some tweets going on, man.
Yeah, please
we
tweet
got
us,
these,
man.
Got these devices, man.
Yeah, go ahead. If you guys want to get involved, go ahead and tweet with whatever you want there with the hashtag InsideBowling.com.
We're going to get that right here.
How could we not?
Tweet us. At Ricky Fontaine _ your name.
At No Chains. Just here hanging out inside bowling, my dream come true.
Bunch of good women bowlers bowling today, huh?
I agree with that. I don't know how many they have in the field, but it looks pretty strong.
Yeah, I believe that there are
How many
somewhere
women bowlers they
around
got?
40. Doesn't say on my sheet here. I'll just have to count them.
Got a few.
Nice, good field, though. Yeah, well, like Mike was saying, there are a lot of good female bowlers here.
Oh, yeah, there is. Here's one, Robin Orlikowski.
Mm-hmm. What did
Very, very
anybody
good.
see what she left there in eighth?
I didn't.
She's up here again on the screen there on lane 39.
Miss Burnett, a.k.a. T-Bone, up here on 38.
Absolutely. Had the pleasure of bowling doubles with her the other day.
How'd you guys finish up?
You can find us towards the bottom of the sheet. You know, but how'd the pattern play to you yesterday to today?
I think there was a lot more hook yesterday. They were very, very tight down lane today, I thought. I thought they were 10 to 12 boards tighter at start.
You know, I saw you about to fry out a couple of times out there, but you kept your composure.
I had to, you know. I represent the greatest bowling company ever, so
Storm yeah.
I have to maintain that composure.
And you know, I was really excited to see that, and you seem to. What adjustments are you going to make for the next set? I know you said you were going to make some adjustments.
I'm gonna hit some balls with some surface. I'm gonna take my gold ball down to 2000.
Sure.
IQ Tour Pro. Please go get one.
That's
that goldish looking ball.
Yes.
Excellent
Okay,
ball.
I've heard of that.
I'm gonna hit my Rain of Power, which is available in 10 days.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit that with 2000.
Okay.
And then I got the Sync, which is available. It came out February 5th. I'm gonna hit that with 4000, just to get it down the lane and calm down the back end a little bit for me.
Okay.
And then just try to shut down the lane a little bit. Just keep it close.
Cut it off, and I think you make a good point there. Seems like it could really.
Tweets are just flying in right now
Are
with you
they?
guys in the booth, man. I can barely keep up with them. They've been posting and posting and posting.
That's what they should do. Pound
That's right.
sign, inside bowling. That's what we do this for. Mike Flanagan given the opportunity. Hanging out.
Jennifer Higgins in the 10th frame. She can bowl 269. She's up in the 10th now.
Yeah, let's see. Here's the pitch. Looks a little in. Inching.
Oh,
Ooh.
whoa,
Oh.
She's going to run it down. 249 is a good game. What was she after 2?
I know she was hanging around. Her husband's there watching on.
After 2. This might be after 1, guys.
Ugh.
I don't know if we have after 2 yet.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
that looks like it's after 1.
Yeah, that's after 1.
Hey, Jim Maples, how you bowling, dear? No? Get in here.
This
Give
is
us
my little sister right
Jim
here.
Maples bowled very well yesterday. She doesn't want to talk about scores today.
Detroit
However,
stand up.
you know,
My man
still
JT.
looking lovely as usual. Where are you bowling at now? Here? We'll be able to see you. How could we not?
Yeah, this is after 1 here.
Yeah,
Sure. Let me thumb through those if you don't mind.
Jennifer with a nice game of 249.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let's see here. Coming up here, Nadine Williams got a nice string going.
Yeah. 4 in a row that we can see on the screen. How many she had before that?
I
Can you see?
barely see the scoreboard
Yeah,
down there.
me too.
Can't be a bad thing when you got a 4-bagger.
4 in a
No.
row is a Cunningham bone, as we like to call it around
Absolutely.
here.
Somebody asked about the disturb, sir, when you have a moment.
I'm sorry?
Somebody asked about the disturbed bowling ball. When you have a moment.
I threw the disturbed last night. It's a very good mid-lane-ish ball. It has adequate continuous. You know, it's not very, very early. Don't let that surface fool you. It will turn on the back end, but it's very, very mid-lane. It's a good ball. We miss you, Chris Hester.
We really do. Really good guy. Really good guy.
And these tweets are pouring in.
Let's take a look here.
One
Looks
after
like she
another.
threw the 5th strike here in a row. Hashtag Inside Bowling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some more viewers. Going to be quite the show at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Stay tuned.
Yeah, is that when you guys
RMG.
are starting your second block there?
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
They started about an hour late. We were supposed to start at 4, so
Yeah.
I mean,
They'll
it'll probably be
get
close
going
to
about
5:30.
5:15.
Right. And it's a lot of guys making some surface adjustments and really hoping to kick it in a notch.
My man Marvin Hill, my cousin Marvin Hill in the building. Cali representing. I gotta get it right now.
I just want to interview Mike Flanagan. Just a 5-minute sit down with Mike Flanagan would be huge for me. I'll gather some questions if you don't mind.
Hey guys, I'm here with you. I understand you wanted to interview me. I wanted to ask me a few questions. Mike Flanagan here, InsideBowling.com. So let's hear it. What do you got for me?
One of my favorite questions. I'm sure you've been asked this maybe 1,000 times, but what gave you the idea?
Yes, I am available. You can go out with me if you'd like to, Courtney.
I'll pay
no, you're going down a different road.
I was gonna say I'll pay for the date.
I'll pay for the day.
How can I not?
Will you follow us around? Like, what was that show? When
I'll show for you guys.
What was that?
I have an 83 Cutlass. I mean,
I want to go on a limit date.
A limit
I
date.
want to go on a limit date with you three.
Oh well, I'm gonna win that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
I keep a full house. No
No
Bob
Bob
Saget.
Saget.
No, Bob
I
Saget.
think it's funny how we were going to get a serious question out of Courtney. He was ready to dial it in and get all serious, and then I just totally
I
distracted
feel like
him.
John Madden. I'm sorry. I feel like John Madden.
You know, Brett Favre.
Yeah,
You
when
know
it
I'm
gets
from
into the
Wisconsin.
end, it's a
And then he did a
touchdown.
bootleg. And then another bootleg. Yeah, not
so
a very.
so
yeah.
honestly,
Yeah, let's
what,
get honest. Yeah.
what gave you the idea of it, and how did you really, get everything going and get the ball rolling on this thing? Because I see you everywhere now.
Well, the first thing I want to tell you is I don't even know what it is, and that's being serious.
right. I don't know if you're a news reporter.
Yeah, I
for
don't
bowling,
know. I'm
or
just who knows what I am, but
do you just give us something to watch?
here's what happened. I had this idea for a long time of wanting to have a message board in the St. Louis area where everyone could talk about bowling. Like you could get on there and say, George shot 899 Tuesday night at such and such lanes, and here's the really crappy video that was recorded that is available on YouTube right now.
Burn.
Ouch.
No, it was a bad video, but
Shout out to Jerry Kessler.
But-
Shout out.
but technology wasn't as good back then. The phones didn't have it back then. But that was an amazing moment. I just wish it was a better video.
I agree.
But it was a cool video to go watch. I mean, I've gone and watched it millions of times, but I stalked George. But that's besides the point. But anyway, so we wanted to have a centralized place for St. Louis to go, because if you go to your favorite bowling center's website, 99% of them throughout the country are not updated on a regular fashion, because people call in sick for the snack bar, they get distracted doing other things.
Sure.
So if the bowlers could actually promote and upload JPEGs of flyers and results from tournaments while it's going on through their phone and stuff like that, we thought that would just be cool to be able to get information quickly when you're not at the tournament. How many times have you gone to go bowl a tournament? You want to go bowl a tournament, but you got a wedding. But while you're at the wedding, you want to know what the scores are, because half your friends and family are there that you bowl with. So, you've got that situation. So
Right.
we wanted to have that in St. Louis. So I actually placed an ad on Craigslist and was looking for some college intern type person to put it on a resume that they designed this website for me for, no cost. And I found someone to do it. How we doing? I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out here on the corner, down in the corner, out in the street,
Yeah.
staying away from the boondocks.
You making any money out there, Mike?
No, not yet.
You striking, baby? You striking? All right, right on.
But basically, we just wanted to have this central place, and then Brian right here, who had his own website, very analytical website where you can log your data, track your scores, do things like that, figure out your rev rate, your RPMs.
Really?
This guy is an angel that came down and said, hey, I like what you're doing. Let's get together on this. I'll build you something that doesn't lock up when you visit. Because I was on a shared server. I know what that is now. I didn't at the time. And ever since then, it's just been, I say, Brian, this would be cool if we could go and do this. And it's just literally within 2 days, he creates something that makes us be able to go do that. And you've seen him sitting here. He's
been working like crazy.
The
There's
whole
about
time.
1,000 lines of code here.
Exactly, right. So
tens of thousands.
So basically, I'm the extrovert, he's the introvert, and then I'm like a piece of Velcro. So as I cruise along, I just have all these people stick to me, and I grab them, and they just get on board with the ship, and we just go cruising down the sea. And that's kind of what we
With
do.
a gangster lean or no?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. How did you decide, now the TNBA, this was a major step for the TNBA
It's
to
great.
pull something off like this. I think
This
it's
is
making
great.
people really put on their Sunday best and really give it a shot and bowl their best when they're in front of the lights. How did you hook up with the tournament director Spider, and who presented it to whom?
Man, this is great. I love these questions. I'm being interviewed for the first time ever.
Yeah, you
on our
usually
webcast.
do the interviews.
Yeah, this is great. I love
it's
it.
It's like a reverse role.
It is. Well, here's what happened. I've bowled this tournament the last 5 years. I'm a bowler. I like to bowl. So I just feel like when we present tournaments and we do them the way that we do, that we should grab the very best tournaments throughout the country that we possibly can.
Sure.
So when the TNBA came to St. Louis recently for a site visit for looking at doing the 2015 national tournament,
right?
They said, "Oh, hey, Mike, what's up?" And I said, "Hey, I've been doing this inside bowling. Oh, I've heard something about that. Don't really know what it is."
Sure.
Well, let's spend 5 minutes. I'll show you what it is. And oh, by the way, I think your tournament in Cleveland needs our coverage, and we'd like to do it for you at an affordable price. And then the national tournament office said, "We'll pay for it if you want to go." And Spider, of course, said, "You'll pay for it for me to have this coverage? I'm in." And we're here.
Speaking of Spider, standing right behind you.
Yeah.
My
What's up,
main
Spider?
man, Spider, hanging out, tournament director, great guy.
So that's kind of
Daryl Houston.
That's kind of how
No
it
Rockets.
None.
That's it right there. So that's kind of how
I
this
got a
came
good
about.
question for you.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Inside Bowling?
Great name, by the way.
Well, there's a guy in St. Louis that has a morning show for AM radio, and AM radio is going by the wayside, by the way, just
Sure.
like bowling and newspapers and stuff like that. It's
Ouch.
a declining, so
Right.
that's something we have in common. And he started a website called Inside STL, and started getting a lot of sponsors and stuff for his website, and was talking about it all the time on his radio show.
Right.
And when I had it narrowed down to about 7 or 8 names, and I just kind of thought Inside Bowling is something that wasn't, totally like location specific, so it could go anywhere, Ireland or whatever. You could be inside bowling anywhere. Because I was gonna maybe do like St. Louis or Missouri bowling.
No, I like inside
And I
bowling. 'Cause
really-
you can't bowl outside.
Right. But I'd like for you to do something for me though. Maybe Matt will do it. Matt, if you could type into your web browser really quick, outsidebowling.com. That's just want to show you how ahead of the game we are here. If you go to outsidebowling.com, it takes you to a certain website.
Let's see what it says.
Just to make sure.
How about
Nice.
that?
Yeah,
How about
in case
that?
anybody ever wanted to kind of
Get
Copy
around
you.
you.
mock me,
Just want to maybe.
make fun of our team,
That
got
is
you.
nice.
you go to
Surprise.
outsidebowling.com, it directs over to Inside
That
Bowling.
is
What about
Awesome.
midlanebowling.com?
If they want to do all that, then that's
What about
on
on
them.
the porch bowling?
Yeah.
I mean, just say I'm on the porch having an iced tea. I just type on the porch. You should type in on porch
Let's see where it takes us.
bowling.com.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I hope it's
You
not
know,
like
I'm
Asian
su-
porn or
I'm
nothing.
sure that's
Yeah,
available.
he actually has a membership. Don't worry about it.
It's like $4.99 a month.
Yeah, Mama
see.
gave it to me.
Ashley Cole, Gwen McPherson, also Kim Skywalker, and her boyfriend,
Jay Izzo.
Josh Eisen, Jay Izzo, hanging out. We got Spider with some questions.
Courtney Crape, George Gohagen III, Matt Turek, myself, Mike Flanagan, joining you here on the broadcast right now. Daryl Spider Houston is here. We got a tournament update? You got something going on here you want to talk about?
I don't know Freeway Lanes, though.
The owner of Freeway Lanes is here in the building. We got to get an interview going on
Absolutely.
here. Where are we at right here?
You're on.
Can we get?
You're on right there.
Perfect. What's your name, sir?
I'm Glenn Gable.
Glenn Gable. I've heard about the Gable house. I don't know about Glenn Gable, but man, hey, thanks for having this tournament, man. We appreciate it. So what do you think about us setting up right here and ruining the spectators' view and rearranging all your tables? Is that okay?
Man, I love it. I think a lot of people are watching it and a lot of people talking about it. So keep up the good work.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you guys. It really is.
Yeah, the staff here has been very accommodating. We appreciate them. All the way from the food area. I mean, they had a line of like 30 people earlier, and it was like 15, 20 minutes to get your food, which you can't even get that at an Applebee's.
You have the greatest bowling alley food I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Breakfast?
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about you own not only this center, you own how many?
5 bowling centers.
This Mr. Gable here owns 5 bowling centers. Did you hear that? And they're all healthy and alive, and you continue to improve them. I noticed that all of the seating here has new tabletops and everything. Talk a little bit about your dedication to bowling and why you like to own bowling centers.
Bowling is a multifaceted game, and I like the sport of bowling because it really is the heart of what keeps bowling centers going together. And I like introducing bowling to new people through open bowling and more entertainment bowling. But it's helped us be able to generate cash flow to keep making improvements and keep new stuff coming in. And we have all new flooring coming for here that was supposed to be done for this tournament, but we didn't make it. So that's one of the last stops here. So
Yeah, I know how that is. Sometimes you just can't get it in there because you got to pick out the right stuff and everything else. That is awesome, though, to hear, number one, that you're dedicated to bowling, that you care about growing it from a recreational level and getting them into leagues, hosting major tournaments like this in the middle of a time where you could have a lot of birthday revenue. So you're probably displacing a little revenue to hold a tournament like this, and just shows that you're dedicated to the game of bowling. Hats off to you, man.
yeah, thank you very much. And we have 2 college teams bowling here, as well as 8 high school teams bowling in this bowling alley. So we really going all the way down with the NCAA championships here last May with live on ESPN. So it was really, really a good year. 2012, we had some good events. So.
Man, that's awesome. What brings you in today? You just wanted to come by and check out the tournament and see what was going on?
I like to see all the good TNBA people. It's a great organization that really puts on a nice show, and a lot of committed people to the sport of bowling, and they really are. It's a lot more committed than probably anybody in the industry, if you ask me. So.
Thank you for having us.
Man, that's
Thank you.
that's
We do
amazing
appreciate
stuff
that.
right there. Man, it was a pleasure to meet you. If you're around tomorrow or you're doing check presentations, or if you come by at all, you let us know, and we'll get you taken care of and get you in front of the camera a little bit. Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
There you have it. How amazing was that right there?
Awesome.
I mean, that.
Thank you.
You know, it's nice
That's
to go to a
huge.
bowling center, but when you meet the owner and then you hear that he is actually all about bowling on every level and trying to grow this game.
That's awesome. We
Well,
need
it never
that.
happens anymore.
We need that.
Well, it does. You just got to find them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's so scarce.
It is, but you know, it's just like any other sport. You know, you've got these great owners like Mark Cuban and you know some of these other great owners, Jerry Buss, Robert Kraft. This is the Robert Kraft of bowling.
This is true. This is true.
You ain't tagged me in your Twitter post.
So women's competition, guys. Women's competition is underway. We've got a little distracted from that. These great female ladies are here
They
bowling.
are.
Right now I got the split screen up there.
Very
Mike.
nice.
We can watch a little bit of
Latice
both.
Baker on lane 39.
And
Throwing Storm Nation, sink.
throwing a sink.
Oh, yeah, for the win.
Very nice shot.
Storm Nation. Storm Nation.
You know, and speaking of bowling companies, you know, all the bowling companies are making such great products now. They've all stepped up their games. You've got Bugsy Kelly and the folks over at Columbia 300, Rich Hansen and the folks at Track, Jeff Ussery and the folks at Hammer, which actually sponsor this event, Ed Gallagher and the Ebonite crew. You've got, of course, DV8 and Brunswick with Brian Graham,
yeah.
Billy Orlikowski, and the folks over there, Ron Bragg and so on, Chuck Gardner. And then, of course, you've got the Utah crew with, you know, Dave Sims, Hank Boomershine, Roger Norhoke. The list goes on and on. Chris Schlimmer, Dale Ballard. And then you've also got the other great companies that are up and coming, like Motive.
Yeah.
With Brett Spangler
Brett
and
is a
Dick
great guy.
Allen.
He's
he
a
is.
really good guy.
And
He's
his
really
and his
good.
game.
Shout out to Brett.
His game's coming in.
Oh, he can strike. He
Yeah,
can
he's
strike.
doing good. And then you've got, of course, 900 Global as well. That doesn't get a lot of love
Absolutely.
recently because of
Eric
them
Thomas
pulling
is
out
a great guy.
of the PBA, but they support bowling, and all the companies make great stuff. And we thank Hammer for sponsoring this event.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete Barta. Actually, they've went through the roof since these two gentlemen have stepped on the air. You see us.
They weren't as high as what you on because you're sexier than us.
Talking to Pete Barta now, who joined
Pete,
us
how
during
much
the
money did we
men's
make today?
portion today.
Excuse me. Just another day at the office. Adam's record for...
Can I get a cocktail, please?
Please.
Hi, Kaya.
I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me.
Pete Barta, everybody.
Oh, we know Pete is here. I've been waiting for
Pete's
those guys.
got on a polo shirt today. Looking good also, Pete. Looking very
He's
good.
losing
Honestly,
weight.
He is.
He is.
Honestly,
He's in the gym like
I'm
every
following
day.
You. I'm following you a lot. You're doing what very...
They send me text even troops overseas.
Yeah. You're awesome.
So Mike Flanagan, Matt Turek, George Gohagen III, GG3. He's respecting the booth right now.
How can I not?
Respect my
She
announcer
throws a good right here.
capabilities.
Brandy on lane 39. She throws it awesome.
I agree with that as well.
She throws
Courtney
it
Crape
awesome.
joins us as well. We've gotten to know each other a little bit this weekend.
We
Courtney,
have.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to see happen to your bowling game over the next 6 months? What would be something you'd like to improve upon with your bowling game?
I feel that my mental game isn't all the way there yet. I psych myself out of a lot of different things in terms of I'll see one area of the lane that works for me. I may throw one or two bad pitches, and I'll make a drastic adjustment that handcuffs me to a pair. So I'm trying to prevent that from happening this afternoon. But it's that's been my big hurdle for these tournaments where you have multiple games.
Where do you sit right now in the standings?
I'm a little under the cut right now. Got a little work left to do, but I'm going to take it a spare at a time. One game could happen. Like I said, I'm on the left side, so I know execution is key. But Three and I worked together while we were bowling, and we'll see what happens at 5 o'clock. It's like,
You've been throwing it good.
thank you. That means a lot to me.
You made a lot of good shots today. Just got to stay in the moment. You can't get ahead of yourself.
True.
When you have a format like this, you just can't get ahead of yourself. And everybody's a victim of it because you want it so bad.
Right.
But you have a lot of heart. That's the key to being a champion.
I appreciate that.
That's the key to being a
I
champion. Is
appreciate that.
you have a lot of heart.
Appreciate that.
The pace is a little bit faster here with the ladies, guys, as we
It's
are
important.
under game number 3. Underway game 3. Fourth frame here in front of us on the Sky Cam. We've got our other pairs also set up as we do just have enough. The way everything's laid out, we just have the women for you. We will keep you updated as standings come into the booth. It's been a while since we've got any updates on that.
Well, I have game 2 standings from the senior men.
Oh, you do? Why
Yeah.
don't you hand those over? I'll go over those.
There you go. Let's pass it down.
Wonder what those scores are like.
Senior division right now, and I still can't believe this guy's a senior.
Before you
Ted
get
Hanna.
going,
Teddy Hannes.
Yeah, what do you got?
We're gonna switch over here to some of the lane cams down on the other end. There's 47 and 48 while we go through.
Can I ask you a quick question while you're
Yeah.
combing through those? How long does it take for prep for you? I know I helped you push the table. I don't know if you remember. I helped you push the table.
We pushed this table. Yeah.
But, yeah, so how long does it take you to prep? Like, I have to be here at this time, and this is how much time we have to set aside to be ready to go.
Honestly,
yeah, this is
nuts. We should just not sleep.
This is
we choose to sleep and then have really, really stressed pressure point times because you got to get your sleep. Otherwise, you would see on all these message boards, Mike Flanagan and the InsideBowling.com team dead because they pulled off the side of the highway. They died because they fell asleep on the way home from Cleveland.
What do you the road trip here? How long did that have to be for you?
9 hours.
And you took a van of some sort?
We took Brian's Jeep Cherokee.
Shoved all this equipment in.
Basically.
They had tables here, or you
they
bring
did.
tables?
No, they have everything here.
This platform you had to have with you?
No, we asked for that.
Okay.
Every place is different.
Right. That's why I asked.
Yep. Yeah, it's, and then there's a lot of preparing. Brian spent over 30 hours this week trying to troubleshoot some of our things that sometimes give us a bit of a problem. But anyhow, I know that we're getting into the live streaming stuff, which is great, but the senior men's standings, Ted Hanna sits up top through 2 games. He's plus 78. Casey King is in second at plus 47. Norm Cave at plus 29 sits third. Larry Strell is fourth at plus 24. Fifth is Tom Panabianco at plus 21. So
that was a nice pick, almost pick.
How do you say his last name again?
Panabianco.
Yikes. Okay.
And I guess on all of these, but I'm getting a lot better at it.
You did a great job, if you ask me.
Right now, through 2 games, 12 or plus, and that's Gene Rossi is even at 400. All the other players are minus after 2.
2. Okay.
Yep. There's 65 bowlers in the senior division, 12 or plus.
What do you think our cut will be for 10 games?
Well, I guessed earlier 414, and Pete Barta thought I was crazy.
How much?
414.
Over?
Now that is for the to cash. That is after 15 games.
Oh, to cash. Okay.
Well, I might as well go home now.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, right now, what is it?
It's plus. Well,
I want to know what 26th is.
What is 26th for the men?
Matt Turek, could you scroll down on your screen right there on the laptop and bring up 26th position for me for the men's standings?
I do want to give a quick shout out to Quantrell Green. She shot 878, highest women's series in Atlanta, in Georgia actually, on Hammerstaff from Atlanta, Georgia.
Fantastic.
She's a great bowler right there in the orange.
You're looking for 26th place, Mike?
Correct.
Christopher Werner is plus 132.
Okay, so 132 times 3.
So 396.
That's 396.
396. And I remember Sunday mornings in this place when you get all the big dogs in here and they all get paired up together and they feed off of each other. John Heath, house record last year.
877.
I know those scores start to go up on that particular block.
But we bowled on a totally different pattern as well.
I agree.
I know, but if we I know we probably can't triple it, but right now, if you were just triple it, it's 396.
So we'll say 400.
I guess 300.
Yeah, and there were some guesses like 220 coming in, 215, 225.
What do you think to make the top 5? What is fifth?
What is fifth, Matt
Fifth?
Turek?
Fifth right now is John Reed at plus 215. So
579 is my guess and suggestion. 579.
I'm gonna have to have a dream set.
Well, wait a minute. 570. There's a semifinal round after that, so it would be 579 plus more, plus 4 more games. So 780.
It wasn't 780 on the house shot, so.
I counted 35 guys that I could sit in the bar and argue with somebody else that I think could actually win this tournament.
Was I one of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There are just some really good players here.
I have a question for you. I don't know if you have a pattern out for your tournament, which you're going to have a great tournament.
Not yet.
Come April. Are you designing that, or what is the methods and procedures?
I personally design those patterns.
Okay.
And my intent on those patterns is to make 200 a very good score.
And it is. His tournaments are very challenging, but if you get locked in, I bowled 270 this tournament. I bowled 150 too.
Yeah, I usually add a 2-2 stripe down lane. And what I like to try to do is I like to force power players right of 15, but I also don't want to shut out someone that gets, say, 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11 revolutions on the bowling ball from having a line to the pocket from the extreme outside part of the lane.
Right.
But that person is going to have to go out and find the newest hooking ball on the market and keep it box finished to have success out there. But if the tools are out there, you just got to go get them.
And that's the thing. Do you feel it feels now that a lot of these patterns are more so by the bowling ball, the latest and greatest, for that guy that's accurate but isn't able to purchase the ball? How does that affect him?
Well, I think throughout most of the country, I think right now symmetrical pieces, which are mid-price balls, are what's going to give you the most success across your normal patterns that you see, which actually hurts the ball manufacturers because they promote a higher-end product, and then when it gets in a bowler's hand, it doesn't do as well for them. That's why you see a lot of balls like the High Road out there, the Game Breaker. Games like that, or balls like that, have actually ended up being some of the greatest bowling balls created.
I love the
V2.
Game Breaker.
The V2 wasn't a high-end ball.
Exactly, and it works better on a wide variety of conditions, especially those wet, dry conditions of house shots. So there's more people that bowl on that type of condition than there is on, say, a flatter, tougher pattern here where you can't even use, here you want to use those asymmetrical pieces because it actually gives you an advantage and helps you. I actually feel like the whole ball industry should flip-flop their pricing structure. And I think all the asymmetrical pieces that hook a ton should cost less than the symmetrical pieces that help you out over a variety of conditions.
Your Game Breaker should be your high-end ball.
Yeah.
Everybody buys it.
Everybody buys it and still wants to buy it.
But everybody would have to
I'd
switch.
buy a case of them if I could.
But everybody would have to switch that philosophy all at the same time, and that would be absolutely impossible to do because then what would happen is whatever company's symmetrical balls got more expensive, they would no longer sell them because people would buy their symmetrical pieces from all the other companies. And they would only buy the high-end stuff from that company that now made it a mid-price ball.
Sure.
So that'll never happen, but truly I believe that that's the way it is. If you watch the guys bowl the U.S. Open, you do not see them using asymmetrical high-end equipment at about 2,000 or so. You see them using, symmetrical pieces at about 2,000. You see them using the same balls on TV, and you see them using equipment that's going to get through the front part of the lane good. Read the mid lane however they want with the drilling that they put on it, and the pin placement that they want, and they almost all have to corner down lane because you're forced so deep.
I agree.
At least for a right-hander. But
that's what she said.
So anyway, I do design my own patterns and I do test them myself, and I know enough about it that I feel like that I'm comfortable designing my own patterns, and
they've been fair though.
PBA professionals come to my events
They've
and
been very fair.
They don't win. It's something most people don't see. I can tell you that I had the St. Louis WBA Women's Open, and I designed the pattern for that, and Shannon Polhowski came up to me and said it's the most oil she's seen in 10 years. But she led the tournament. And she's left-handed.
Wow.
She's a freak of nature.
And what I mean by that is normally when
She's
there's a lot of oil, normally the lefties have a disadvantage because it doesn't break down. But what I'm telling you is that particular tournament had a lot of oil, and she was able to lead the tournament because she still had a look on a ton of oil.
You can let everybody bowl in the bowling alley. You can make her bowl outside, and she'll probably still have a good chance. She's good.
She's very good. So anyway, that's a little insight on lane patterns and things like that. I can tell you that I don't feel like the machines move slow enough for today's bowling balls. What I mean by that is when you design a pattern, you tell the machine at what speed to travel down the lane as it gets applied to the brush. So imagine if we were all to take a paintbrush right now and dip it in the paint.
Yeah.
If we dipped it in the paint and we set it at the foul line and we ran down the lane with it on one lane, and then we moved very slow with the paintbrush down the lane on the other lane, those two lanes would play completely different.
Very true. Very true. Novella Daniels.
Novella Daniels, one of Detroit's finest bowlers right here.
Yes.
Getting the bowling ball. I know she's going to throw a 10-bagger.
She's your...
That's my sister. That's my big sister. I love her. She's great.
She had much success in the tournament last year as well.
Novella.
Looking forward to seeing a show from her very soon.
She shot 300 for the win.
To jump over into the cut for the step ladder, not to make it a hero story, but it's always fun to watch her. Her heart and emotion is something.
Jen Maples on 38 with the strike.
Ah, very nice.
Brandy Sanderson right here on 39.
Lefty here. She really came around that one.
That was a nice ball.
Very nice.
I really like this Christy Leong, too. I like Christy's outfit.
I do, too.
I like
Christy
her,
is awesome.
I
She's
like
a good
her
friend
game.
of mine.
Lane 41.
She's from California.
We have quite a few lefties out here that I'm looking at here.
Tamika Glenn from Detroit.
Very nice shot.
Tamika Glenn used to be really good. She had the high
Very
average
nice
in Detroit for a lot of years. Until Mickey Webb came along.
Michelle. She runs a wonderful tournament in September as
Absolutely.
well. It's very
Mixed
challenging.
doubles.
Mixed doubles in September in Chicago at Lakewood Bowl. That may be your next stop because it's growing. It's her second year she ran the tournament. About 34 teams participated, and she did a really great job. No picnic out there, that's for sure.
Jen Higgins is making them look easy, as I just saw over on lane 45 out of camera range. Strike, spare, triple for Jennifer Higgins.
Yes. One more and she'll get the Cunningham bone.
That's true.
Nice.
Brett Cunningham has the Cunningham bone. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but my friend Jeff Goodger, who I met at the PBA, we worked together for an entire week, he coined a new phrase in bowling, and I'm spreading it. 7 in a row. Do you guys know what that is when you throw 7 in a row?
7-bagger, what do we call it?
Nope.
Return time is at 8:30.
Or 7 of them things.
Yeah,
what we call
7
it.
of them things.
7 of them
I got
things.
everything lined up.
That's what we call them, but what do you call it?
It is the ham turkey dinner.
Nice.
The
Nice.
ham turkey dinner.
No Thanksgiving.
Because you got the ham bone and the turkey mixed in
Yikes.
together.
All in one deal.
So it's the ham turkey dinner. And not only is it the ham turkey dinner, but then once you have 8 in a row, now you get to bring a guest. It's the ham turkey dinner plus 1.
Got to bring your old lady.
So,
Sure.
So if you shoot 300 and I interview you, I need to know, since you're having a ham turkey dinner plus 5, who you bringing to dinner.
My whole family.
That's
in that
how it
case.
works.
My mom and dad will be here later, so.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I got a ladies' update after game number 2. Arnita Yarborough plus 481. I predicted she'd be leading.
Chicago's finest.
She's plus 81, actually. She shot 481. Second is Rocio Restrepo at plus 479, or 479. I got these numbers a little messed up. Tracy Petruka plus 68. Michelle Bowden
Don't
Calhoun
do this to us.
is plus 60. Plus 58, Shanice Graham.
We're going to give her that group.
And currently right now 29 bowlers are plus, and that's Iris Jones and Portia Henderson are both even through 2 games.
Mike, I want to introduce you. So this is my mom.
One moment.
Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures.
Yes.
Mama G. Misrespect my grind.
It's
Team
very,
RMG.
very
This
nice.
is Mike Flanagan.
Very nice to meet you. I'd come over and hug you, but my microphone doesn't reach, so a handshake
You remember
right
the
now
tournament
is
that
gonna
I
happen.
finished second on? You
Love
remember
you.
the tournament that I finished second in St. Louis? He runs it. Inside bowling right here.
Dad
Mike
and
Flanagan.
Mom always tune in to watch when George is out of town. Second place in city tournament.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, how can she not?
Respect her grind.
This is where I learned it from, right here.
Oh, yeah?
I learned it from her. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. I love my mama.
Well, yeah, that's a true statement.
She's left-handed, too.
Well, now
You
we got a
know.
problem.
Just
And the
kidding.
cameras.
Oh, we can. Okay, all right. Nice to formally meet you live for many people to see.
Great woman, very motivational and inspirational.
177 people to be exact.
Yeah. And don't forget, folks, all this will be archived on YouTube. We will be archiving all this on YouTube. And we just love being here at this TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Singles Classic. Mike Flanagan here, wrapping up game number 3 in the women's division, joined by Courtney Crape, George Gohagen III. It's been a real hoot here. We love having these guys in the booth, and Matt Turek working hard for us as well, while Brian continues to work on some technology here that you all are going to love at some point in time today.
That is nice.
You see Michelle Irwin?
Yeah, plus 45 after 2. Is it? Wait.
No, that's the first game, it looks like.
Yeah, I must have
that's
read that
game
wrong.
1.
That was my fault.
Quantrell Green, 232 the first game. Always good. Thank you, everybody, for saying respect my grind. You know, that's what we do. Shout out to Terry Moore. I see you, boy.
T. Moore.
Matt, have we had any tweets coming in at all?
Oh, yeah. Tons and tons and tons. Well, not so much anymore. They slowed down, but we've had probably 20 to 25 since these guys.
You got any up on the screen?
We don't have any
Inside
right
Bowling.
now.
Where are y'all at?
Why don't y'all get on Twitter? Hashtag Inside Bowling. Holler at us, man.
Log into those accounts. We know you're on Facebook.
Yeah,
we
get
know
at
you're on
us.
Twitter.
We here.
Check us out. Inside Bowling. Support the cause.
You're watching continuing coverage here of the TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. This is game 4 of 5 for the women. And game, good, what do you think
Now I
there?
gotta
3
punch
of
on
4
Facebook
down
and
on the
everything
senior
now.
end.
Shout out to Theo McNair. I see you're
Oh,
in the chat.
Real Bowlers.
Yeah, Real Bowlers Tour.
If I was ever going to start a friendly rivalry
I
with
tell
an
you what.
organization, it would be those guys.
You know what? I tell you, Theo and his brother Tim, they run great. When I lived in Atlanta, there was always something to bowl. There was plenty of action. They were always within 20, 30 minutes. I mean,
I want to meet them on common ground, right in the middle between St. Louis and Atlanta.
That would be awesome.
I don't know if
That
that'd
would
be.
be
I don't know if that'd be
huge.
Louisville. I don't know where that would be.
I just want to be there. I think you guys should have like a commentating.
We should just get together.
Just
we should have
one big tournament.
One like
That would be awesome.
conglomerate. Yeah, everybody from the Real Bowlers and
Respect
Inside
my
Bowling.
conglomerate.
Theo, do you hear that?
Go
I'm hollering at
together.
you, man.
Respect
Theo.
my conglomerate.
Come on, Theo,
And
get
then
in here.
and then like we'd like to get everybody like we want to. It would be like a friendly rivalry where people would have to choose which side they're on. Are they on the Real Bowlers or the Inside Bowling?
Whoever
And then
has the
could
free
you imagine
shirt.
those stepladder finals? And then Theo and I are bribing people to cheer for our respective sides. And then, we could crown a champion.
I
whether
tell
it's-
you what, Theo runs great tournaments. Him and his brother run really good tournaments.
That would be fun.
I once drove from Ohio to Atlanta just to bowl one of his tournaments. I drove there and drove back home, and he thought I was crazy. That's the first time I ever met Theo. And he's always treated me with respect, always good guy. My man A. Right in the
Rizzo
building,
in the
king
building.
of Detroit.
Where you going? Those Kohans done moved pretty quickly. He done. Man.
But yeah, the Real Bowlers, they're doing it for the right reasons
Yeah,
too.
they are.
So, and I know they get a lot of support from Storm
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ralph Solon.
Absolutely. Great guy he is.
Yes, he is. He's from St. Louis as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know
originally
that.
from
Need
St.
those
Louis.
guys around. Need guys like you around to promote the sport and really help us out.
I talk about St. Louis a lot, but obviously there's just a lot of good people in St. Louis that have moved away and gone other places to help spread the great word. St. Louis has been such a great bowling hotbed over the years. It's not as much anymore, but we're trying to do something about that.
I think you have a lot to do with that, Mike. I think you're really bringing it back here in our city.
But, and a lot of people say, oh, Mike Flanagan does this. But really, I got to be honest with you. I mean, my girlfriend, Kim Richter, she runs the tournament office. And then there's a guy by the name of Jeff Reed, who's a super cool guy that just loves bowling. He runs all the brackets with her. And then you got Father John Brocklin, helps us run the events, bowls the events. Brian, myself, Matt, Doug Lakey, Lee Bedoris. We got so many people that are part of this thing that it's unbelievable. Lee and I are going to get in the car and go to the Fusion next weekend. Matt's on this one, so I just got a revolving group. I was with Brett Cunningham last weekend up in Dubuque with Matt. So I'm blessed with the people that I surround myself with that, we don't really make any money out here. It's literally
Do it for the love.
$3 an hour.
But
Granted, I know I was here a lot of hours, so it does add
would
up.
you rather do anything else?
Would I rather do anything else? No, I wouldn't rather do anything else.
I mean,
I'd
for the
rather
love.
win the lottery
Not for money, not
and do
financially.
nothing.
No, I'll tell you what I'd like. What right now, if anybody's listening, is I would like to have about a $50,000 influx of money to come in, so that we can purchase equipment that is almost like a production truck,
I remember we talked about that in
where
the doubles.
where everything like you plug and play, so that I can actually spend, instead of hours of running wires and hours of making things work together in a bowling center or checking with the internet and all that stuff, I would like to be able to come in and actually sit down and interview bowlers during practice sessions. So when I sit in the booth, I have more things to bring to the folks at home instead of spending time, hooking in wires. I'd like to have a crew that comes out and does the setup and stuff like that. But
That'd
it's
be
just
pretty badass.
But you have to do it all. So
That'd be pretty badass.
So when you ask me would I rather be doing, no, I love doing this. I just wish that I could spend more time being the announcer and the networker and the promoter instead of the setup team, I guess. But yeah, I love it. It is great. And people really, for the most part, don't get too tired of listening to me for 20-plus hours for a weekend. I don't know how that happens, but
That's my sister, Jim Maples. Shout out to Detroit, 313.
Shout out to Detroit.
We in the building.
Very cold in the D.
I'm going to jet out for a second. I'm going to go check with the tournament office about something, and when I come back, I'll slide over to Matt's seat, and
Cut
you guys
the
are more
check.
than welcome to stick around as long as you like.
Cut the check.
All right, guys, we're going to head
my
on
sister
down
Carlita.
to 47 and 48. That's the
She's
last
bowling.
pair of women's action going on. How?
My sister Carlita. How you bowling?
I'm bowling well. Things are picking up.
They picking up?
Slow start, but I think I'm on to something. So
Okay.
try and keep
You on one?
Well, I'm respecting your grind from the corporate booth now.
You see us in the booth?
We in here. No, you know, this is what we do. How can we not? No.
In here like an
you know.
unborn baby.
My man Zicky
Zicky
Bate.
Bate. 200 over after a rocky 170 start. Shake that off.
Damon Green, ATL. My
Rise
brother.
up.
And it looks like everybody's getting locked in here for game number 5.
Back to the action.
Is my mic on?
You are on. Can you not hear yourself?
Nope.
Yeah.
What did I unplug? Oh, Terry told me it's on. Like popcorn. T Moore.
Jeffy 300. I'm 53 over after 5. I'm not doing no good, but
Trish is.
I'm gonna make a push.
Pass me that. I'll get Trish's score here in a moment. They're about to update them now. They're working on it. Sitting right behind the man with the master plan right here. A lot of good women here tonight. Came out.
That's just me and you.
It's really a show, really a treat.
Quantrell Green, ATL's finest, right here on lane 39. Like I said, highest woman. We got ladies standings after game 2.
Trish is sitting in 8th place. She's 47 over.
47 over.
Mm-hmm.
Nina Yarborough, 81 over. Rocio, 79 over. Tracy, can't pronounce her last name, but she's 60 over. Michelle Calhoun, 60 over. Shanice Graham, Chicago, 58 over. Jennifer Maples, Detroit, 55 over. Michelle, Indianapolis, 47 over. And Trish is 47 over. We're looking to get some more updated standings here in a minute.
All right, guys. Well, with this being the last game here, how do you think these women have played the lanes? How do you think things are going for them?
I think they break them down nicely because the women just play a little straighter.
Uh-huh.
What happens with the men is you have people who just jump in so quickly.
Right.
And they destroy the pattern.
Right.
But the women, they all play in the same area, and when they start hooking, they all migrate simultaneously.
Yeah, almost at the same time, yeah.
Very true.
You know, but the men, you know, if you're starting at 4th arrow at 7 in the morning, you have nowhere to go when it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but exactly. You're
Fries the heads up for those
poor
poor
left
left-handers.
in the left lane.
Ashley Bryant, Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Ashley Bryant.
Ashley Bryant, Dayton, Ohio.
So did you come up with a cut number? What do you think? The 110th place.
I thought the men cut was going to be close to a plus 300.
For the cashier's cut.
For the cashier's cut, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
What
did
do
not
you-
come up with a cut for the after the 10 games, I'm guessing.
It's 10 over right now for 10.
Uh-huh.
What do you have as a number for 110th place after? I mean, after 5, it was 10 over.
You talking about to get to Sunday?
To get to Sunday.
30 over?
I was thinking triple that number. You know, some guys make some better shot selections. They feel they're not out of it.
But,
Change
you know,
some
what the
things up.
thing is, it's going to be Saturday night. People are going to get discouraged, and people are going to quit. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It happens
yeah,
every year.
they're going to get this. Yeah, definitely
You
going to
know,
get the
so-
surge. I'll say around 125 plus 125.
To get to tomorrow?
No, it's 110th place to get to tomorrow.
Oh, 110th place.
It's 10 over right now.
Right.
Oh, geez.
I said 30 over.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, you say 30. I'll say 20.
Okay, you double it.
Carlita with a strike the first frame on lane
Carlita.
40.
Detroit, stand up.
Detroit 313. No Eminem. No candy.
None.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all get on Facebook, holla at us. Y'all get
Yeah,
on
go
Twitter,
ahead.
hashtag Inside Bowling. Please tweet us.
Yeah, Facebook. Tell some people jump on InsideBowling.com. We got a lot of coverage left. A lot of good bowling to watch. Check us out.
Shout out to Theo for that tweet, man. Good guy, man. You keep bowling alive down there. I need one of them shirts. He got a shirt that say "Bowling is alive" with the post. I gotta have that.
How could he
Please
not?
let me get one of them shirts, Theo.
How could he not? How
Yeah,
could
he
he
doing a
not?
good job, man.
Right.
Y'all go to that website, realbowlers.ning.com. Check it out. Quantrell Green right up here on lane 40. Hammer representative.
Looks like a good shot. Got it in.
Flat 10, but it was a good shot.
Good shot. Let's see what Carl does here. Let's see how Carl's playing him.
Keelan. Shout out to Keelan, my man. Mom just walked by.
Gentlemen, I have game number 3 update in the ladies division in my hand right now. We will have that updated for you just back in the tournament office. Tracy Petruka leads right now. She shot 722 for her opening 3 games. Sarah Literal shot 702. She sits second. Jasmine Coleman is 92 over through 3. Trisha Reed in 4th at plus 73. And 5th, Arneta Yarborough, who we saw lead after 2, is now at 671. So she is 71 over. She rounds out your top 5. Rossio is 6th. Tasha Smith is 7th. Jennifer Higgins 8th. Jody Sabalakis. How do you say Jody's last name?
Sabalauskas.
Sabalauskas. I should know that. I used to see her at some of the youth tournaments.
I had to pronounce it 17 times to get it.
Sabalauskas.
But I knew I was going to be in the booth, so I wanted to be ready.
Snuffleupagus.
No Sesame Street.
Sabalauskas. Okay. And Michelle Bowden Calhoun, plus 57, rounds out your top 10. Right now, 26 ladies out of the 93 in the field are plus right now.
So they're playing them a little better than the seniors, it appears.
They are. Yes, they are. Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament. Game number 4 underway, just underway. Second frame here. We're on the sky cam here above the booth. Mike Flanagan. Matt Turek is on break right now. He is headed out. Going to grab some food. And we are joined by Courtney Crape and George Gohagen III in the booth. They've been with us for a while. And, gentlemen, we appreciate you sticking with us. And
appreciate you having us, man.
Bringing some real commentary to the booth.
We try.
There's
fun to me.
nothing fake about this.
No, this is all real. Respect our commentating.
Please.
And don't forget that you can send out, of course, the Twitter hashtags. And right now we've got another one here from
Team Rizla. I know that guy.
Yeah.
Clown.
I see at No Chains sleazed his way into commentating in the booth. And, yes, it was quite a sleazy way.
He just seen me in the booth, wanted to get in there.
It ain't easy being sleazy.
That's what she said.
I believe is the slogan there.
Ain't no fun if your homies can't have none.
No Snoop Dogg.
None.
Thank you.
Well, I was rolling down the street on the way here, but I wasn't.
No 6'4".
No. And I wasn't jocking the, or slapping.
Wasn't knocking?
No, and, But, hey, the boys in the hood are.
Always good.
Yeah, that's good. Always good. It's all good with the boys in the hood. Great movie.
So do you bowl league at all?
I do, and it's terrible right now. I came back from the Detroit winter swing. I hadn't thrown a ball in like 14 days. And I'm one of these guys like that if you do homework, some guys like to get good grades you have to study.
Sure.
I have to bowl a lot of games to bowl well.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't bowled, and I shot less than 500 2 weeks in a row.
Ouch.
And that was but I put together patterns for our league, so it wasn't on house shots, but still no excuse. Pitiful, ridiculous.
My sister Carlita going for a 4-bagger. One time.
Shout out to Low Jack. Another one that's St. Louis, one of St. Louis's finest.
Who's
She's
that?
tuned in. Lolita Jackson.
Okay.
A.K.A. Low Jack.
See, I can't. All right, let's just face it here. I can't keep up with the nicknames.
Man. There's a million nicknames around here. It's a big deal.
I know, and I want to. I need. If you guys wouldn't mind, I know you have all this extra time. If you could print me up a nickname guide.
Okay.
Sure.
Give me like a flashcard up here in the booth, so when someone says, I want to give a shout out. I mean, I can barely keep up with Respect My Grind.
There's
GG3.
Jay Stizzle.
Quantrell Green on lane 40. Hammer Stafford again, 878. Yeah, she strikes.
You know what? Let's get some more people. Again, Inside Bowling hashtag. Stay around.
What's up, baby?
let's take a look. Let's peruse around a little bit. Let's see what else we have going on. We'll head over to this pair here, and as you can see, our ticker is now up. So you've got women's standings after game 1, which is the latest data that we've had sent to us from the office. We will have game 3 up in just a moment, but Brian's been working diligently on that, and the technology we had to rewrite a little bit here to work with the standing sheets that they use here, and he's been working hard. So how awesome is that? Standings after game number 1. Game number 3 up shortly. We'll skip 2 because they're in game number 4 right now. Did I miss out on a joke? Mr. Muldrow over there.
Team 30 clean.
Team
Chicago,
30 clean.
Fingers. That's his nickname. His nickname is Fingers. Not
Fingers.
Not Fingers.
You know, he went to Lindenwood.
Fingers.
He went to Lindenwood University
Fingers.
in St. Louis.
He be macking on it at the bottom of the swing.
Yes, he does. That's a new word that we learned.
What's that?
Inside of a month ago, macking on it.
Yeah,
when the righties
I learned that years ago when I met girls.
When you was macking on it?
Well, yeah.
How could you not?
Since I've done the inside bowling gig, I have to carry an Easton aluminum baseball bat in my vehicle at all times.
Ouch. Plenty going on. Plenty going on.
Actually, I have some of Nelly's hand-me-downs in St. Louis, some of his bodyguards.
I bowled Nelly.
Yeah. Have you?
I have bowled Nelly in Atlanta. We bowled at a 300 bowl.
George, why don't you move the mic up a little bit? You kind of got the bad headset, so
Let's
it's
get
not
in
your.
there.
Yeah,
why'd you give me the raggedy headset?
Because we normally do that to the person in the middle.
Oh.
And we figure you've spoken a lot on a headset, more than I have. You're
Sure.
more of a popular person
Lindsey
than
Boomershine.
Oh, yeah, right there. There's old Lindsey.
He's here.
Oh.
Gets the late.
Bada boom.
Storm Nation, baby.
There's so many cool gadgets and gadgets up here.
Yeah.
I mean, when you roll with Mike Flanagan, you roll in style.
Brian is our Inspector Gadget. Although I'm a little confused. Oh, there we go. I've got it now. There we go.
Plenty
Scoreboard
going on
cam.
right
We need to move that around now that we have the ticker. So it's just this
I'm
easy.
still waiting on my inside bowling jersey.
We got so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting on those. I got to say. Gail Myers Jr. is another one that's been.
From my hometown.
Gail Myers.
Yes, sir.
All-time USBC Open
sir.
Championship. Did you see the Gail Myers Jr. when they announced the live stream schedule? That it says Jeff Riggles Turbo 2-in-1 team, which is now renamed 11thframe.com. It did not give him any love for being the all-time lifetime average leader, and he posted about it on Facebook. It was pretty funny. It was an enjoyable read, let me tell you. I basically said that I have a Gail Myers Jr. poster on my door, and I kiss it every day, and I use it for inspiration to lead my life.
Guy can really bowl. Wisconsin has a lot of good talent. Shout out to Wisconsin. I just recently relocated to Ohio, but born and raised Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Fond du lac.
You know it.
I have exciting news for all of our fans at home. If you go down below in your standings tab, you can hit the little refresh button. It's a blue button over by the women's game 3 standings. You click on that. You've got women's and seniors through 3 games now, the men through game 5, and our ticker at the top of the screen is now working through game number 3 in both men and in seniors and women divisions.
There's a small orchard of Apple products here, by the way. I just want to let you know.
That is nice.
Jesus.
I like that. There's a small orchard of Apple products.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron, the lovely Aaron here, bowling.
My best friend, that's my best friend, Aaron Williams, 313 stand up.
Here hanging out in the area right here by us.
She bowling.
Girlfriend.
We almost need a full-time social media person while we're doing broadcasts.
I agree.
I think you do. And as much as George has his phone in his hand, I think he's the perfect guy for it. He'll get 1 million likes every time he sneezes. And
oh, that is the truth.
And 600,000 likes every time he coughs. So I think you got a guy there that can really be a hype man, if you will. No Flavor
I mean, if you
Flav.
need me.
As you can see, our very own Inside Bowling tweets. There is an orchard of apples up here in the booth right now. Courtney Crape. Hashtag Inside Bowling.
We got a lot of strikes to throw this evening, brother.
Everybody showing me love on Facebook. I appreciate y'all.
That's not new.
You know, but I got to say thank you. You know, I don't take that for granted. You don't have to hit that like button if you don't want to, but you choose to. And I appreciate you. I really do. I respect y'all likes.
Lindsey Boomershine has the first 2 on lane 34.
Ooh, got it in a little bit.
3-6-10 for the pickup. She'll make it.
Sure.
Are those red pants?
Yes,
They are.
So she's got red, white, and blue, little Americana going on today.
True.
So does Tina Stickney. Did you see her get up?
Get up.
No.
She has there she is right there. She's got the blue pants with right here.
I'm like in a daze. I'm looking around.
In the red and white stripes.
Oh,
My
okay.
main man, you ain't going.
All right. Yeah, it's like Apollo Creed.
Yeah, I mean she's got it going on.
She's got an Apollo Creed outfit on today.
E.
And you see her up on the
No,
approach
she
on
must
lane
not be
41
bowling
on our
up.
sky
Oh
cam.
my goodness. We got a model.
bashful.
We got a model on our hands.
No pictures.
No pictures. No pictures.
Tina Stickney with a nice looking shot there. That is an interesting Storm jersey she has
Very
on.
nice Storm jersey by Miss Stickney. Inside bowling digs it.
Yeah, absolutely. And her partner in life, Stu Williams, is here. You know, Stu gave me trouble when I was working for the PBA, and he said that all his friends were just telling me that all I covered was Pete Webber. Pete Webber. All you covered, Pete Webber. That kind of sounded Oriental. That was a bad accent. But anyway, that's what he was telling me, you know. And he shot 866 earlier that day, so I kind of did. But we didn't have cameras in range.
Well.
So, you know, when you're in an 80-lane center, you only got so many lanes to cover. And Pete kept getting his head in the way of the camera, so that was a conversational piece for Jeff Goodyear and myself. And then Pete just happened to hit those pairs. And then when I get on Pete, then I start telling stories about Pete because people that may not know some of these stories about him. But
sure.
And so anyway, but yeah, so I finally just had to say, Stu, how many titles do you have? How many titles does Pete have?
Not the title game.
Ouch. Ouch.
I was joking, of course. Stu is one of the most animated, fun people to mess around with. So he's going to get me back. I know he is. And when he does, it's going to be hilarious, I'm quite sure. But yeah, Stu's here with Tina. They both love bowling. I asked Stu on the broadcast, actually. I said, what do you like to do besides bowl? And he said, I like to bowl when I'm not bowling.
Nice.
He just bowls all the time.
Sounds like my life.
Yeah.
I try to fit a little casino action in there sometime. But
right, and buying tennis shoes.
Yeah, well, I got to keep the tennis shoes fresh.
You like to stop in Nike Town. I'm certain of that.
Lindsey Boomershine up again. Since we've gone to her, she's gone 3, 6, 9, 10, I believe, and now big 4.
Yeah,
so
not
she's
good.
probably saying, you know what, you guys, I was doing just fine without you. But hello, Hank, if you're watching.
Storm bowling.
Jen Maples, strike on 43.
Take a look here. Tanisha Madison up. Seattle, one of Seattle's finest.
For the crossover.
No love. Who is that right here in the white skirt?
I don't know. Who is she?
I'll find out.
Right here on the white shirt? I mean, on the white skirt?
Let's see, Ashley Bryan. I believe she's throwing a hammer first blood. She's been throwing that lately. Breaks it up. Let's see if she can get the 610.
Are you guys on these middle pairs here right now? You guys talking about the middle pairs?
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we gotta be careful. We gotta make sure that you know when we're talking like what we're on.
Absolutely.
So if you guys need me to switch, you just Mike switch.
Announcing 101. Now we know.
Yep.
Now we know.
There we go. Yeah, just let me know. So I'll switch it around.
Again, Carlita, she's got a few spares in a row here. Can still get to about 250. Looks like she's playing up the track. Wheel. Ooh.
Got that 10 out. That's always good.
Always a good sign.
The girl you were wanting to know her name in the white skirt is Tracy Ganjoing.
Is she bowling good?
She's 53 under through 3.
Okay.
So she's in 62nd place out of 93 bowlers. We've got 3 Steph D checking in on Twitter, fan feedback. Great job, guys. Love the ability to follow friends from home. D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
Glad you could check in.
That Twitter update thing is unbelievable.
That is awesome.
Brian, that's Brian down there. He's unbelievable.
Oh, actually, Carlita just let me know that she won the 2012 Michigan Queens tournament.
Michigan
just a stat,
Queens.
Throwing that out there for you. Check her stats. That's another Michigan phrase.
Why don't you go down and interview her?
Sure.
No, I'm serious.
No big
I
deal.
will.
You should go down. Yeah, go down and interview her right now.
Well, how do I do that?
You just go down and see Matt. He'll give you everything that you need, and we'll get a live interview right here.
You gonna do it?
We'll find out
Sure,
about this. Yeah, that's it.
RMG
Go-
takeover. Hashtag
We're gonna have
inside bowling.
We're gonna have an interview in a minute. This is George Gohagan auditioning for an interviewing job. All right. Well, all right. So I got. Yeah. Just go see Matt. We'll get you all squared away.
We got an interview up with Carl. Again, hashtag RMG, hashtag Inside Bowling, Facebook, Twitter, any social media, InsideBowling.com, live streaming. We're getting it going. Let's do it. Ashley Bryant with the first blood, throwing it down. No Big Shaq, no Bill Walton. We got George just getting set up here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can just hang on to your hard hats.
Okay. So let's break down her game here. Right here. We'll break down her game. George, if we get you're
Please
up
do.
a little bit closer now to her, if you could report a little bit about how she's attacking the lanes.
Well, I got you. I'm not sure where she's throwing yet, but I'm definitely going to try to get a good look at it.
George
We sure
Gohagan
you
the
are.
third, our reporter, are down on the lanes actually now.
She is striking, though.
Whatever it is.
I believe she's throwing the first blood.
She is. She threw one out the window there after we put all this.
Yeah.
all the
She might not
pressure
want
on
to
her.
interview after that.
She doesn't have a choice.
Well, yeah, she doesn't have a choice. So
Ouch.
You're just gonna have to go on the fly here. This is your interview for. This is your audition.
But what if
Chase
she
the story
slaps me?
down.
I mean,
Chase
she
the
might
story
slap me.
down.
This is sideline reporter idol right now.
Exactly.
And you're. In front
I
of the
wouldn't want to
judges.
report if I washed out. I mean,
We don't have any
Well, we're gonna
censorship.
later on when
let's hope she cuts it in.
there.
Let's see what she has.
Oh, this would be good.
Get in there.
Oh,
yeah,
All right,
get in
yeah, we're gonna
there.
find out how to
Yeah,
convert
yeah.
that. We're gonna.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're gonna find out how to convert that right now.
We're going to have a little interview. My sister, Carlita, if you can look at the camera here. What ball are you throwing today?
I'm throwing the first blood by hammer.
And who opened that thumb up for you? I just wanted to know. Just throw that out there.
I believe you did, George.
Oh, I just wondered. So what are you sitting at right now?
You know what? I'm not sure, but I am making a run for it. I think I'm in a good position to try and make a move and get up on the top and make the cut.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody look as good and throw it as good as you at the same time.
Really?
I mean, I'm just saying.
No future.
You know. So,
Thank you so much.
how are you attacking the lanes today?
I'm kind of squaring up. You don't have much room to belly it, so I'm trying to square up to the pocket and kind of hit it soft, slow my feet down a little bit, give the ball time to react to the pocket.
That's good. That's good. Now, we were told we're going to give you a little shout out. 2012 Queens champion, Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
We respect your grind here.
Thank
Inside
you.
bowling, that's what you do. So will you keep on striking? Because we know you're going to be up there at the top.
That's the plan.
That's
Great
my
spare,
sister
by the
right
way.
there.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Inside bowling, RMG TV.
Very nice.
There you have it.
Very
Now
nice.
that was classic. We're gonna get Courtney to find somebody to interview, and then we're gonna let everybody at home vote on who they think did a better interview. That was fantastic.
Inside Bowling hashtag if you're on Twitter, Facebook, InsideBowling.com. Check us out. We're here all night. We're here all night. Adam Barter hanging out, grabbing his bowling balls. Hey, I'll put them away for you. Give them here. We'll get them where they need to go. You don't have to be rude about it.
Hey, Courtney, we got your guest. Go over and talk to Spider, and we're going to get you set up for your guest. George is back. George, very nice job.
I tried, man.
That was fantastic. That was a great interview. We're going to piece those together and pull those out, and we're going to use those. That is going to be on your Facebook page. So, Courtney, it's actually, we're going to have the fans vote, actually, on who's going to do a better interview. So yours is already in the books. This is like.
But Courtney's a clown, so I know he's going to be better.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, right down there. Yep, right down there. Get him over there. Get him over there. We got to go right here. See, he's already striking out because he wasn't in the right spot. So, all right. So we've got a past champion, and standing by with our past champion is Mr. Courtney Crape. Whenever you're ready, Courtney.
And sir, why don't you tell us a little bit about when you won? And
I won approximately about 4 years ago. I don't remember the exact year, but I'm here every year.
Okay, how long have you been bowling this tournament, sir, if I may ask?
Since 1983.
Wow, 1983. I'm sure you've seen this tournament go through a lot of changes. Why don't you tell us some of the ups and downs of it?
Well, there are a lot of changes. I bowled this tournament from almost my inception into bowling, and I just love the competition. I come here for the competition. If I do well in this tournament with the experienced players, you can pat yourself on the back when you leave because you know you've bested a lot of great bowlers.
And where are you from?
The Washington, D.C. area, actually in a little town called Upper Marlboro, Maryland. But most people are familiar. It's about 10 miles outside of D.C.
D.C. stand up.
Hey, which division did he win? He doesn't.
Division did you win?
The seniors.
Okay. All right. How are you doing out there today?
After the first block, I'm plus 46.
Plus 46,
oh,
very solid.
That's
very
actually
solid.
very good right now with what the scoring pace is. That's awesome.
Are you going to make any changes for the next block, or how do you feel you played them?
I found a little something in the latter games, so I'm going to come back sticking with what I think I've developed.
You heard it here first. Ron, thank you for your time, and we do appreciate it. Knock 'em dead next shift. Inside Bowling, RMG TV.
Very nice, guys. Very nice. I don't know. Fans, vote at home. Send us a hashtag. Who did a better job with the interview? Was it GG3? Was it Courtney Crape, or was it a draw?
Hashtag Inside Bowling, hashtag RMG.
Hashtag draw. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was you guys, I'm going to be out of a job. If you guys, Brian's going to hire you guys and fire me is what's going to happen.
I just told my boy A. Wright, I said, I'm having a better time commentating than I did bowling.
Yeah.
That makes two of us.
Why do you think I'm up here this year?
I can dig it. You
know
did
what I mean?
bowl last year.
Yeah, I bowled like the last 5 years.
You did,
I like this tournament. Yeah, let me see what Brian wants here.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness. Is that updated standings? That's the men's, huh? Yeah,
Ron was pressed for time, signing a lot of autographs, had to get him out of here. Sorry I wasn't able to give you more information about him.
Okay, Pete Parda's got something to say.
What's coming up in the 9th frame?
What's going on?
Because my cell phone died, so I'm being nice and bringing her parents up to date on
who is that?
What she's shooting. Brittany Hamilton.
Brittany Hamilton. She's out of camera range right now, but I could probably get one.
She has a spare. Yeah, there you go. That'd be nice for Nancy. She has spare 7-bagger.
Ouch.
Make it spare 8-bagger. Okay, Nancy, we're going into the 10th. She's on a 290 pace.
That's Pete Barda right now letting us know what's going on.
Thanks, Pete.
Pete Barda's an awesome guy.
Thank you, Pete.
I've got a camera
Thank
on
you, Pete.
that. We'll let me know, guys. Keep an eye out when she's up again. Matt Turek, if you don't mind. Your mic is hot, Matt, if you want to join in, jump in with us.
Okay, that sounds great.
Let me tell you guys about this Matt Turek. This is a guy that's watched what we've done, has gotten excited about it, has asked for particular weekends off in a row to come out and be part of this, risking his job to be with us this weekend.
Huh?
Nice.
How about that?
Nice.
You want to interview Hicklin?
That's respect for the game.
You want to interview
I would-
Hicklin?
I would love to interview
You got to
him.
let him interview
Can I
Yeah,
him.
interview Ron
let's
Hicklin?
get him right after we cover this 10th
Sure.
frame, and then we'll go to the
Okay.
same spot. We'll get Hicklin.
Give us about 20. Give us about 20.
No, it'll be
Maybe
quicker
10.
than that. It'll be like
5, 10.
yeah,
I'm
that's
interview you.
perfect.
Yeah, right on. Got to. And we gone.
While we're waiting for Miss Hamilton to come up, I'm gonna ask you guys a question.
Can I get one quick shout out?
Oh yeah, get
My
in there.
girlfriend Kalia in the building.
She's up here.
You see her. Indianapolis, stand up.
Yeah, what? You should wave your hands around.
Yeah, wave them around. You on
They
camera,
see
boo.
ya. There you go.
They're in the 5th game, Ron, so get over here for shadow balls, Haas.
We'll get them.
They're in the 5th game.
Well, as soon as this 10th frame's done, we've got other pairs. We'll be good.
I sent you an email. I guess you didn't get it. I had to get a room.
We're just gonna take you over to that pair right now where Brittany Hamilton is. Scores are pretty high on this pair. I'm not sure who's up on 43, but looking at
Jennifer Maples.
258 max score. Last ball here in the 10th.
With
Jennifer Maples,
and that
Detroit.
was good game, Jen. Inside
game.
bowling sees you.
This is the best. This is the best angle I can get with the cameras that we have right
That's what
now.
she said.
They're striking a little bit on
Matt,
that
you want to
pair,
swing the jib around? Yeah, we'll do what we can here. Pretty big scores here. Possible 290. Brittany Hamilton. See her over there. Matt's going to move the jib for us also, so we can get a good look at her ball reaction. There we go. And Brittany's up now, and we can
Going for 290.
head over there.
Nothing to sneeze at there. And here's the first pitch.
Ooh,
Breaks
fast
it up.
eight. Fast
4-7.
eight. Not a bad shot, just a little high.
So 268, possible score left for her.
A lot of numbers
lucky to
up
get
there.
that 9 out.
Low on the pair is going to be 223 over here, it would appear.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That's not a bad pair to bowl on right there.
No.
Doesn't seem.
Is that Jeanette down there bowling with them?
Ooh. That's a rough break there.
Jeanette Porter. Matt, you're on.
Yeah, that is Jeanette Porter there on lane 44.
Okay.
Brittany for the spare.
And she did convert it.
She can fill in the 10 for 268. What was she over going into this, do you know?
I do not.
I have through game 3, not through game 5.
What was she after game 3?
Porter,
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Minus 39.
Oh, she needed a big game.
Well,
Yeah, this is a
I
great
wonder what she had
improvement
game
for her.
4.
And I've lost track. Is this game 5 or game 4?
I think this is game 5.
I think
That
this
was
is
game
game
five.
5.
This is game 5, I think.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it looks
I
like
believe
it is.
so.
Yeah.
A lot of the women down here are getting done.
Yeah, I left for a bit to go get
And
standings.
the
and got a
seniors
little
are
off
all
track.
completely done, so.
Okay. All right, which one of you guys wants to interview Hicklin?
I'm
He
interview
is.
Hicklin.
He
Yeah,
is.
that'd be great. Let's do it right over there. Same
Ready to
same
get in there?
same drill. We'll do an interview with Ron Hicklin Jr. Right?
Yes, sir.
Ron Hicklin Jr. We'll get an interview with him as we wrap up coverage here from the Reed-Hawthorne Classic. It's the women's round number 1 qualifying.
Ed Smagalik.
Not too many pairs are left here in our camera range.
Over here. K-Rod.
Okay, now sideline reporter George Gohagen is with a special guest. George, who do we have?
We have Chief Ball Designer Extraordinaire Ron Hicklin Jr., Ebonite International. What's going on, man? My main man. So how'd you bowl out there today?
Man, I bowled all right. You know, I mean, the lane's a little tight. It's kind of interesting, actually. I used a 320 grit sanded Arson low flare today, man.
Wow.
Ouch. That's a little dusty. That's a little dusty. What did you get to for your 5?
I was plus 42, so it was pretty good. I mean, 2-0 clean, 2-0 clean, 230. Really couldn't get a lot of ball motion, but I got just enough to be able to, leave stuff that was makeable, make all my spares. I got one game where I popped 230, so it was good, man. It was a good time.
I can dig that. So do you have any changes you're going to do for the next 5 games?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now that I know what we're getting into, the left side doesn't break down as quick as the right side. So first thing I'm going to do is make sure I got 2 bowling balls this time at that 320 grit. I did the 320 grit the last minute. It ended up working out really well, but toward the end of the block, the lanes are still fairly tight on the left, but my ball now is kind of worn out a little bit. So I had to go to something else that's got more grit to it, but I don't have it. So this block this time, I'm going to have that second ball, so when the lanes begin to break down, don't break down as quickly and I need another product, I'll have it.
And the good thing about interviewing a guy as smart as him is because I'm bowling too, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to let you know that.
That makes 3 of us.
How could we not?
How could we not?
So tell me a little bit about what you do at Ebonite.
Well, I'm the bowling ball designer. I design all the bowling balls for track, Columbia, Ebonite, and Hammer. I've been doing that for about 11 years, actually.
What was the first ball? I know the answer. But what was the first ball that you designed for Ebonite International?
The very first bowling ball I designed was the Apex Adrenaline.
Do you still have one blank?
Absolutely.
Is it still in the garage in the same place?
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, I did work for Vaughn for 2 years. It was a great 2 years. Good friends with my man. Great guy, very, very smart guy. He just knows everything. So what are you expecting to do this next 5 games?
Man, look, now that I got my game plan set, now that I know what the lanes are like, I'm going to go out there and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to get to 150, maybe even to 180 over.
You think so?
I think it's doable. And as much as I've seen you strike, I know you can get there, so I'm going to be on it.
You heard it here first. RMG TV, Inside Bowling, Von Hickling Jr., Ebonite International, Storm Nation. This is what we do.
Very good. Thank you,
Great.
George.
Very nice.
Another
Very
great,
nice.
great job interviewing down there, George. As you just make it happen down there. Yeah, George. George lives in. He's in Ohio area. Isn't he?
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. News reporters out there aren't as good as George Gohagen. Respect his reporting skills.
You do have to respect it. Clown.
I know I certainly do.
He is quite the clown.
When it comes to respecting things, it's always with George.
Respect my turkey sandwich making. He just wants you to respect it.
The other night I was making macaroni and cheese.
We have a
with my
PBA
girlfriend.
champion.
We do. You want to interview him?
We have a PBA champion. Stu, my man.
Nice to meet you.
I don't agree with that team on your shirt, but
I do. I like the Patriots.
You're a Patriot? Well,
I am.
I mean, we're in Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland. This is Browns country.
Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time.
Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback.
Would you turn his mic off?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Exactly. So Brett Favre's still better.
He hurt a lot of fans. Let's cut his mic up here. PBA champ, you say?
PBA champ.
Why don't you tell us when you won, what you won? Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Storm Nation, Roto Group.
Stu Williams now joins us in the booth. Welcome welcome to the booth, Stu. We're happy to have you here. Careful all our wires. We're moving things around, but
thanks, Mike.
What's up, bud?
Have I got to be nice to you now today? Because I mean, usually you're in my domain in the extra frame booth, so you know.
Yeah, this is my domain, but I'm the same guy in all of them. So you can rip me up one side or the other, or however you want to do, sir.
It's okay. Pete Weber's not here this week.
See, I told you guys.
But
Already
the
told
only
the
thing
story.
is, George Gohagen is.
That's true. Here, I'll tell you, George, we get more coverage than you, Stu, unfortunately.
I mean, I don't have a PBA. I just have
He
a
should
regional
do.
title. You're a national you know.
You should get more coverage.
No,
How many
man.
800s did you shoot last week?
Oh, look
Just
at that.
2, man. That's all. I got lucky.
See,
They
there
were
you go.
easy.
2 800s. I don't even have that many ever. So, which page of the results did you make it on today?
I didn't bowl very good today. I was only 50 over.
Oh. Which end did you bowl, though?
I bowled on that end, which
Oh,
wasn't very
dear.
good. I heard the scores came from that end.
No, they didn't.
That's not. Oh, well, then.
Not for the right-handers.
I might as well
All
go
the
on.
scores were down there for the right-handers.
well, I'm not right-handed,
apart from trailer. See, I'm not even bowling, and I know where the scores are. Bobby Hall 300 over.
Yeah.
Then who was second? Cornog. Is that how you say his name? He was.
I know Barter was 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, and I think he was down the low end also.
Yeah, he was.
It was only Trailer who played up the high end.
Shout out to Joe Stillman, New York
Joe
stand up.
Stillman, New York stand up.
17 King.
World Series of Poker.
Yeah, we had Bobby Hall, 300 over, which is a lot. Eric Cornuck, is that how you pronounce it?
I guess.
278 over. Eric Trailer, Houston, 238 over. Adam Barter, 226 over. And John Reed, rounding out the top 5 at 215 over. That's a lot of score for what I bowled on.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys are saying that it's a modified house pattern, and that kind of makes sense with how much oil there is around 10.
There's not a modified house pattern on the left.
Modified from what?
Well, no. But how about you think this through though? On a house pattern, how much oil is there at 10? A lot.
It depends.
No,
It depends on what house pattern you're bowling on.
But on most house patterns,
not here.
No.
They hook on 10 here.
Yeah.
Well, there's a shit ton of oil at
shit
10.
ton.
And there ain't any friction to the right of it, is there?
No, none.
So maybe it was a house pattern to start with, and they just filled in the dry bit. They took their crayon and they just colored in the dry bit.
Yeah. He did say, he modified it himself. So
I just think that it kind of makes sense because on a regular bowling pattern, when you just move your break, when you saw the ball going that long, you just move your break point in, and then you'd be fine because you'd be closer to the head pin. It'd have less, but there's actually more oil once you get further in, like way more oil. And then when you get even further left of that, then it starts to hook again. Right. So to me, that kind of makes sense. You just have to, like when Tina was bowling then, I just got her to try and move as far to the right as she could and throw it at the oil. And then she was okay. I mean, she had some serious carry issues, but I mean, she shot 20 over in the end. But it just seems like the people who were doing well, like Britley Hamilton just shot 260 the last game, and she was just firing it straight at the oil. And I guess, having seen Bobby Hall bowl a few times, I don't think he was bowling third arrow and just curving it.
he was curving it.
You think?
I mean, not curving it, but I mean, he wasn't.
But he was bowling down the low end as well.
Yeah, but he was throwing it that way.
Yeah, but he's pretty slow.
Notice this is a new segment here. PBA star Stu Williams speaks the truth on InsideBowling.com. Got your own graphic right there, Stu.
It's the truth.
Yeah, it's right there. Heard it here first.
I was hoping they were going to let me bowl as I've only got one ball, but still that was not allowed. So.
Could you pace with them?
I don't think I
Could you shimwreck the pairs for everyone?
Oh, I could definitely shimwreck. I'm pretty good at wrecking the shim.
I see everybody's on Twitter. Shout out to Miss Jackson 83, Erica Jackson, EA Sports, Detroit stand up.
Oh, we've been having the tweets come flying in on the screen for the last. I mean, they've just been flying into the screen.
What's up, EA Sports? I see you on Twitter.
Keep it coming. Hashtag Inside Bowling, InsideBowling.com, RMG, takeover of the booth. Me and my man's got to do our thing in a little while, but keep tuning in, keep watching. We're here all night.
Shout out to my man Derek Styles from Dayton, Ohio. Doom, I see you texting me. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate you. I see you in a couple Thursday.
Dr. Doom.
Thursday, yeah, Dr. Doom. He both 848 in league not long ago.
The tweets just fly in for you, George, as respecting George's interviewing skills. They've contacted the NBC affiliate now here in the Ohio region, and they are going to be calling you to become a sideline reporter.
I think I'm going to skip my next 5 games and sit up here with you.
So what was your grind? What did you grind to?
Yeah.
Is that a tornado warning?
You heard it.
So there wasn't much grinding going on then?
No, just made some bad shots. I just got to remember to keep it in play and understand that it's one shot at a time. We're on the same pair. I watched him cave a couple of big fours for 250.
I didn't actually get to see you bowl. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm left-handed. Do you feel the right and left is fair? Can I ask you that? You have an unbiased opinion as you've just been watching.
Well, I thought it was fair last night when the two lefties won.
Oh boy. Well, no, two lefties came second.
Oh, did you come second? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they lost to Ronnie Sparks. Shout out to Ronnie Sparks.
Yep, he's bowling the Masters next week. Either you guys bowl the Masters. You're going to bowl the Masters. You should come on the PBA Tour. It's the left-handed tour now.
Oh, well, then I obviously missed that memo.
I mean, just kick it down the lane. You'll be fine.
Oh, well, there I am.
I don't even know why you bother coming here. You should have just gone straight to the Masters.
I should have. I just try to pick up a few extra traveling dollars.
No, I'm only teasing. I mean, the lefties have had a pretty bad run the last couple of years on tour, so
It has.
it was coming. I'm just trying to insult Sab every week to see which week it's going to be that he just turns the tap off.
Mark Sabatine, the PBA lane director of maintenance for the PBA Tour. How come the Atom Splitters didn't draft more left-handers then if it's that much of an unfair advantage? Did Chris Barnes not want to do that or what?
I ain't the captain.
Okay.
I think the reason why he didn't do it was because left-handers aren't very versatile in general. So, you know, we were supposed to be playing on 4 completely different patterns. So
we got a tweet that just came in. Shout out to Thirsty Team Rizla looking at the ladies for the Peep Show. Striped shirt on lane 48, got everything going on. Really need them to pull it together. Bowling is a sport. It's alive. Let's do it. RMG takeover.
Better not let me ladies see that.
Yeah, as I believe she's on Twitter. Shout out to Libby.
Shout out to Mason Brantley.
Mason Brantley, one of RMG's finest.
Why is he not here? Has he got a PBA card?
He got a PBA card.
Mason Brantley did the coolest thing I'd ever seen once.
He's awesome.
And what was that, slide across the lanes?
Yeah, he slid on his knees
That's what
off the approach.
Listen, this is a true story about
On a
Mason
different
Brantley.
path.
We're bowling, I think, the Hamtramck, and he shoots 300 on 23, 24, goes out the side door, runs around the building, comes in the front door, and slides on his knees.
That's amazing.
And I respect this grind for that.
How could you not? Great bowler.
How could you not?
Mr. 880 came in late and I believe bowled 880 actually. Threw a shot, left was it a dime? Angled up, didn't really see a spare after that.
Just out of interest, being as I don't get as exposed as much to the house shot as you. Well, I don't because I don't play league, and in England we don't have house shots.
I know.
I mean,
I've never moved there.
Never moved there.
No, I'm telling you, if I spent enough time here, I'd find the easiest house shot in Phoenix, and I'd bowl that league.
Would you break Jeff Carter's all-time record?
Of course not.
You want to make that statement right now?
No, I'd average 233 like I do on everything.
Okay. Oh,
I bowl sport league, and I bowl the house league, and it's 233.
Your 2013 U.S. Open champion, averaging 233. Stu Williams joins us in the booth.
Tamika Glenn.
Is there a U.S. Open league?
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Oh, tripped us.
No, it really wouldn't be league. It really wouldn't be great.
Right.
No, but it is a serious question. Do you prefer the house shots where it's got the that's mainly the hold where you have to play the shim, or the one where you have to play the burn? Because to me, there's two pretty different ones. There's the one where you just throw it at the dry all the time, and there's the one where you just throw it at the oil all the time. You know what I mean? You're going to get a bit of.
Well, my miss is normally left.
So you like the drier ones. Sure. It's a general.
But
rule.
above all, I just like low scoring events. But unfortunately,
there isn't many, is there?
There's not many of them. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, I'm only asking because in general for me,
What do you like? What do you prefer?
When we're playing house, I prefer it so that when I get the ball left, I don't two-pin.
Yeah. I mean,
because most times when I miss left, I tend to have a foul line adjustment and not hit it as hard, so I two-pin a lot. I try to get it so that when I miss left, I try to rip the inserts out of it now.
Right.
But having bowled for like the whole of my life, training myself not to do that, it's kind of difficult to go, I'm missing left to hit.
Right.
So I think it's just different. I mean, I respect all the guys who can shoot those scores because I can't. I mean, how many of those guys on tour have an 870? I mean, it's just different. It's
a different rule.
It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. And I think people need to appreciate that. If a guy averages 250 for the season, it doesn't really matter how easy they were. That's still pretty impressive to be able to average those scores for the whole season. It's just, to say, it's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. And I think people need to appreciate that with the game.
I agree.
I mean, people are saying that, they're really easy on tour. They're not really easy. They're just really high scoring. There's a very big difference between them being really easy
Well, they
and
don't
really
realize
high scoring.
how good those guys are either.
Well, it isn't even so much that. If you have to average, why is it that if the guy averages 240 and wins an event, it wasn't as impressive as the guy who averages 200 and wins an event?
Right.
Because if I average 240 and win an event, I probably threw less bad shots than when I averaged 200. Because at the US Open, I'm telling you now, you can throw quite a few bad shots and get away with it. Because if you throw one that's not quite perfect, you don't strike very often.
No, not at all.
So it's just different, and I think that's the saddest thing I think about bowling, that people when people bowl a good score, they just people want to knock them down.
Tina Stickney in the building.
Tina Stickney.
My
Everybody
Nation.
loves your shirt, by the way. Storm Nation. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Storm
You
Nation.
talking all good things about me, I hope.
How did you
He
finish?
said he loves you. That kind of stuff.
20 over? Okay. All right. Very nice.
We're having a social mixer now up in the booth
are.
on our new segment, PBA star Stu Williams Speaks the Truth, here at the Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament. It's quite the party up here.
Just 1 second. Behind where you started. I'm just obviously missing out on my duties.
I know what
the,
that. I know what that question
BB.
was. That was. Do you know what my
Pharoah
bowling balls
Williams.
are? No.
Pharoah Williams.
Pharoah Williams, everybody, the king.
The king.
That is the king.
The king.
Has he still got the most 300s, or has someone gone round him?
No, he still got. He shoots one like.
One a week?
He shot one. He took a nap. He shot one. That's how good he is.
Yeah, I watched him throw a lot of strikes yesterday.
Has he got to 150 yet?
That's my dad right there. Shout out GG2.
GG2 in
My
the
dad.
building.
My dad. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Is
Brett
Farrell up to
Shepard.
150 yet?
What's up, baby?
No,
How you feeling?
he is
I
not.
don't know. He's probably 130.
Because I think there's a guy, I don't know who it is. Jody Wassenaar's always telling me that somebody should.
Chris Hayward. He's
yeah.
got 123, but he didn't have enough. He didn't have as much as Farrell.
I mean, that's not
That's
bad going.
ridiculous.
I
That's a lot of
mean,
strikes.
I'm at like 65, but I've got like 13 or 14 or 15 different countries.
That's a lot.
That's nice.
That's a different stat.
That
That is a different stat there.
You heard it here first. That's a different stat. We're gonna start using that. That's a different stat.
I won't even say how many I have. I won't even say how many I have. Goodness gracious, I'd rather have yours.
You're in 3 figures.
Man.
But how many years ago did you get to 3 figures? Couple? 3? Who's got the most 800s?
Farrell.
You think he's gone past 100?
Oh yeah.
Farrell's a machine.
I think he's got the most.
113, I think he's at, or something like that. Let's ask him. Where's Farrell?
113.
We yell at Pharoah Williams. Or just yell.
Farrell, King.
Just yell at him.
summons.
Pharoah Williams. Stu, would you just grab him next to you there?
How did we not interview the king?
I'll share my mic with him.
Stu Williams is going to interview Pharoah
We got a
Williams.
question for
The
you,
king
Haas.
in the building.
Your return time is
We
at
just want to know,
8:30
what is your
p.m.
official total of 300s and 800s?
Yes, please.
You know I can't count.
Whoa.
Don't give us no hero story.
Yeah,
what
we
is
just-
your official stat?
Roughly.
Roughly?
A lot of people want to know.
Don't make it no hero story. We on
I
camera
love you,
now.
Treasy.
I love you too,
I love you
Pharaoh.
too, man.
Over under on 120 of each? Or?
It's over.
Okay.
Oh, both?
Yeah.
The world?
Are you leading in both?
I know I'm leading the threes.
No, Reggie Miller.
And I think I'm second in the eights. No, I'm leading the eights. I'm second in the threes.
Okay.
Who is beating
We're
you?
getting
Some
somewhere
guy
now.
that shot 48 of them last year, I think was beating me.
48?
In one house.
Do you feel you'll ever?
46 of 48 of them last year.
Do you feel you can catch that record?
If Bolero was open.
Shout out to Bolero, Dayton, Ohio.
Shout out to Omar Arnett, my main man.
Recently newlywed too.
Yeah, we had a shot of he and Anita on the couch
did?
together
Yeah.
earlier.
Shout out to my man O. In the building.
I do think we've brushed over that a little bit quickly, though.
100. So you have
Pharaoh
100
just
and-
no. Pharaoh just said that somebody bowled 48 300s.
Can we pull that up?
In 1 year.
In a year.
I got a lot of
in one league.
We'll get. I'll do
in
some
one house.
research
In one
on
house.
it.
But
I'll check it
but
out.
to put in perspective, the bowling center doesn't really run league that much in the summer. Like it isn't like every. That's like one a week.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not going to bowl. Because if Christmas Day falls, that's one opportunity gone.
I want to know.
Unless you bowl 3 nights a week in the same bowling alley.
We bowl 10 leagues a week.
10 a week.
And 8 of them was in the same bowling alley.
That was back in the day, though. You're not now.
I mean, 5 years ago.
Like 6 leagues in that house. So
He had 31 300s in a year.
Yeah, but that ain't 48.
It's 31.
I can't.
Some people don't
nothing
have
to
more.
sneeze at there.
No, that's what I'm saying. But 31's a ridiculous amount. But that's not even halfway. Sorry, that's not even 2/3 of the way.
Yeah.
48. Damn.
Hey,
1
Shout
year.
out to Terry Moore, my man T Moore.
We gave him a little shout out earlier. Yeah, man, tell him quit begging for shout outs.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. I tell you what, I have. Look.
Hey, we all noting it up, baby. Come
We know where it's at.
Samsung notes.
I'm going to hold mine like this.
If Samsung.
Shout out to Verizon if you're watching. Inside Bowling hashtag.
Samsung and Verizon, we were looking for sponsorship dollars
Maybe
for
I
this
can get a
great game of bowling.
Verizon patch or something on my Storm shirt.
Absolutely.
Photo grip shirt.
Stu Williams, Atom Splitter, team associate, I should say.
Team Atom Splitters, yeah.
Yeah, they could have Verizon Wireless on those shirts.
I'm a T-Mobile guy.
Well, you would
A
switch.
what?
You could switch.
Terrible mobile.
No, the reason why I'm T-Mobile is because I can pay once a month, and then I don't have to pay the next month because I'm not here.
Oh,
nice.
And that makes it a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Well, we don't fly around. We ain't got the autumn airline mile like you do overseas, so we gotta pay every month.
No, you almost.
How
yeah.
long does the flight from Phoenix to England?
Well, I'd go Phoenix because I'm a Delta guy, so I go Phoenix to Atlanta, which is like 3,
Right.
and then Atlanta to Manchester, which is like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. But yeah, I did like 150,000 miles last year. Mika beat me by a smooth 70.
Oh.
Smooth. A smooth 70,000 more. To put in perspective,
No sweetest day.
None.
The diamond status with Delta, which is the highest, is 125,000, and platinum's at 75. So Mika was almost already the top tier for the next year because they have the rollover miles. So he was like at 240 or 225, something like that. So he had 100,000 to roll over for the next year.
Yikes.
Shake that off.
He only had to fly like Detroit to Vegas. He was diamond again.
We have a platinum member right here with Delta, Harvey Johnson.
Yeah.
Mr. Harvey.
So.
Hey, threes. It's hard.
Harvey.
So I'm going to stop fig jamming my flying because I feel so inadequate in the 300 count around here that I had to move down.
That would be like fifth jamming, and insert flying as the third word.
The who's got the most on tour? Is it Parker Bone?
Yeah, I don't know any of that. I can't find it right now.
I think it's I think if you check Parker Bone on PBA.com, I think he's over 100. I think Walter Ray's over 100. Look at this. He's got the bullet ad. He just adds everybody.
I do too.
Yeah, I've been getting like 20 a day now.
Hey, if we're not friends on Facebook, hit me up on Facebook, George Gohagan III.
Let me say something, Chunky Monkey.
Ouch.
Let's be real for a minute,
Ouch.
Chunky Monkey.
Ouch.
When you bowl bad,
whoa,
you gotta let it out.
Pharaoh sounds off.
I'm human. I bowl bad. Who doesn't complain?
Pharaoh sounds off, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it's okay though. Hold on. Don't say yikes. Let's be honest for a minute. Let me get on the mic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, we got one here inside bowling.
The king is on the mic.
Hear ye, hear
Hold on.
ye.
And then LJ says he's crazy to me how great GG3 and Pharaoh can bowl, but they're always complaining. You know what? I don't understand this. When we bowl bad, shoot, we bowl bad.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Hashtag yikes, hashtag inside bowling, hashtag RMG.
We got a new segment. It's called Pharaoh Doesn't Understand right here on
Listen,
Inside Bowling.
Pharaoh, what else don't you understand? I know that what really grinds your gears, King?
Well, what grinds my gears is
When
people
you
that
lay
don't
that-
understand, even the great bowlers bowl bad, we get irritated.
What about when we ask you questions? How are you helping the average Joe achieve greatness?
The average Joe, to get greatness, practice. We talking about practice.
No Allen Iverson.
No, practice. Not
Jen
the game.
Maples gave him 258 last game.
I'm just glad
Plus
she gave me a
102.
hug.
She's in the mix. No Kool-Aid.
None.
This is what we do. This is my little light-skinned sister. 313.
I got to get back to Pharaoh here. I just
Hold on,
he
hold on.
sounds off a lot.
Shout out to my Twitter friend who's giving me a hug right now. I feel
Oh,
special.
my
She is
goodness.
literally giving me a hug
This
on
is-
national internet television.
Hey, Pharaoh, how about a hand hug right now?
Man, I'm in heaven right now with her on my shoulder.
I'll hand hug you.
Get in that hand hug.
We got it.
Do you see the hand hug?
Left-handed hand hug, Pharaoh?
Left-handed, baby.
Get in
Since
there.
we're the only righties
All
up
right, what's
here?
next? Okay, what's next? What's the next question?
Now, here's my question.
Okay,
I know you get approached a lot about a lot of different questions when you're bowling. Great. What is a more common question from a league bowler for you when you're bowling?
Most common question is?
Be it about balls, be it about lane surface. What do they ask you
The
about?
most common question I get in league is, Pharaoh, can I get a ball?
Oh boy.
That's the same thing I get.
That's a quite common question. Or, Hey man, I'm gonna turn my resume in. Can you use
No
me as a
resume.
reference?
Shout out to Gorilla, Shot-Town, Cat Daddy, Shot-Town, AR Legends,
So I'm
Jay Izzo.
gonna go ahead and get off here. You guys take care of it, and it was nice being on InsideBowling.com.
For sure, Farrell.
Keep watching us today on the Reed-Hawthorne Memorial Singles Classic Tournament.
I want to tell all you guys. I want you all to come by and check in. Just grab the mic. Tell us what's going on. The bowlers would love to hear from you.
I'll do that.
Thanks for having us, man.
If you see on Facebook saying Farrell is bowling like horse booty, you already know what's going on.
Hey guys, I just to let everybody know at home, this is a family out here, the TNBA. Everybody loves one another. This was a great commentary. This was a great little circle here, little talk that we had going on here.
The Gambler.
Fantastic. Courtney Crape, George Gohagen III interviewing folks.
Us, man.
This was absolutely fantastic, a real treat. Thank you so much. Respecting the grind. Thank you so much, you guys. And they just all bug out, just like that, man. All right. All right, you got it. Do it. Okay. Mike Flanagan here with you. We are way over time. That was quite enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I know some folks said, I don't know how this thing's going to be good when they leave. So hopefully you don't mind putting up with me here in the booth. Love getting great guests like that, and hopefully you enjoyed that raw segment there with Stu Williams, very outspoken Stu Williams, Farrell Williams, and George Gohagen III, and Courtney Crape. Great to have him along as well. For Matt Turek, Brian Burkhart, and all the guests that we've had, I'm going to sign off for now. We're going to leave the stream running unless we need to fix something. We'll be back with competition here in about 45 minutes or so. They got to oil the entire house. There's 2 pairs left of women bowling down there, way out of camera range. 80-lane bowling center, Freeway lanes, TNBA Reed-Hawthorne Classic 2013. Thank you so much, and I will leave you to the jib cam, and we will be back with action. Pay attention to the bottom of the screen as we will update times on what time we think we'll get going. We'll be here till at least midnight Eastern time this evening. Long hours, but we're happy to be bringing you this bowling coverage. I'm Mike Flanagan. Thank you, and we'll see you shortly.